A fake fan of culture is Austin.
Oh
What's
boy.
that symbol behind that you have on the poster of Radiant Black?
What? There's no Radiant Blank here.
No. So not you, Kurt, to him. So when we
Oh,
did the
okay.
intro, we have a
What?
poster on the wall of Radiant Black on it.
Oh, I think
Oh, okay.
I saw that was edited. If I'm thinking of the intro correctly, I edited it. So it looks like
There's a
that.
symbol above them. It was the
It
intro was
took you
going so
this
far.
long to notice that,
No, no,
though?
no, 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 no. I knew it was there. No. I knew it was there because me and Jake, I was there when Jake did the intro.
hmm
I was there with him for a lot of that stuff. But I forgot what it looked like. So when I looked up and looked down, I thought, bro, did you put the Illuminati in the background?
No, it was no. Who was that supposed to be? I wasn't even looking at the intro, so I forgot what the
No,
poster
I
was.
forgot what that was even a reference to.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
something. I know the idea was that we would have a bit of everybody's interest at the time in there. Um, and then I know that when the comics flipped each, so there would have so the first page is us, the second page is everything we were talking about that we liked at the time, I think.
Yeah.
And then like
And
the third page was like the summary of who we are that no one's gonna be able to read because it's illegible. And then like
the
our
fourth page is the character models.
yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
it was just a
hey,
fourth
but I
model.
might be getting a new iPad soon, so you know, I might be
Yay,
able to
audience.
actually like do things.
Hey.
Yay. We need some more
But
good
I
news
said
for
my,
each member here.
I said my
Gotcha.
applications are open.
Oh.
Well, we don't want to talk about the fraud that's Ian Flint. Okay, we've been calling him a fraud for years.
Oh boy.
He's a fraud. Okay,
Oh boy.
No,
this is a
it's
man
the
who
man. It's
he is a man who got limited in the stuff he can do, but instead of do the best he can what he got, he just blames you. He just blames the limits for not being able to do everything he
it's
can.
the mandates. It's the mandates.
Wow.
I
Wow.
swear this would have been a 10 out of 10 story if I didn't have to follow rules.
Oh.
Okay.
Rules sort of
That
lame.
every comic writer has to follow, or most comic writers have to follow. That's just the
Damn.
rule.
And
Dan.
credit. And the worst part is his mandates are nothing compared to like the Marvel team, what they make writers do.
Sorry.
Like,
I was
like
about to
they're
say.
not telling him, "Hey, yo, you need to kill this guy now."
He,
Mid
he will
run. I know you didn't plan for it. I know you had a whole story about it. We do not care. Kill him next issue.
he will simultaneously tell you that he is restricted in what he can do, but also say most things I ask my Sega to do, I'm allowed to do. So I don't know where the ball drops there.
It's almost like he wants to get the Jason Aaron treatment, where like, okay, I don't want to be weighed down by continuity or what else is going on in the other comics
It's not
going
even
on. Let
that.
me
It's
do
just
my
like
thing.
it's not even that. It's just like I personally, I think he just doesn't like backlash because he has
Yeah.
no. I don't think it's because he knows continuity pretty well.
Mhm.
He
Well,
been
if you think,
for the record, Crypto, he been writing Sonic comics since Archie Sonic was still a thing.
yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So he's not like 20, 30 years into this shit. But it's like, and he won't complain about mandates when people praise his work. But all
Yeah,
of a
that's my
sudden,
problem.
every time something bad happens, like, oh, well, it was the mandates. Like, I was like, okay,
Blame
sure.
the
And to be
man.
fair, we do
audience.
know some of the problems are Sega when it comes to like carrying stuff over to the video game. But the
Mhm.
comic book stuff, bro, that's all you. Reminders,
Right.
man.
Yeah.
Right.
It sounds like he's entering his stick it to the man defense.
Well, I'll give you one
Bro,
instance.
he
He was
had two
complaining.
big moments where people were shitting on him on Twitter, and I think it broke his character.
Yeah. There was one moment in the zombie apocalypse story he did when Shadow does something very stupid, and he swore at first he made it sound like Sega said he had to make Shadow act this way. Months later, he comes back to the topic, and apparently all Sega said was that Shadow just couldn't use a certain power. So everything that Ian wrote him to do, he was gonna
What?
do. So what he was saying was that so he made it sound like Sega made Shadow told him
No,
to
no, no.
tell
When you
Shadow.
say the second part,
It was later. I watched a video and they showed like the actual quote, and I have to find it. We can go over it after the podcast. But like
you have to show, yeah,
he,
you have to tell it to me.
yeah,
That's crazy.
he was. So
Cryptic.
apparently the problem.
You heard the way he said the first time. He said, I sent them the draft. And they said, no, Shadow has to be like this. He would not think rational in this moment. There's no way he would get out of the situation. He got to get caught here in this way. Though he would have made you think Sega wrote the whole scene the way he talked about it when I saw it.
Right.
Wow.
And then later, someone brought up they show both clips. Because the second time he talks about it, well, he talks about it 3 different times. So the third time he talks about it, he says the problem was the inhibitor rings. and that was what they told him not to do because he
Okay.
wanted to use it, but Sega's like, we don't want to deal with that right now. And that's what
Mhm.
apparently the only, according to him or how he sounded, that was the only thing they wanted to change. But you would swear it was Sega's fault that issue was bad. The way people came out. So,
Credit, that was people's most hated issue for like a long time.
God
I still don't think
damn.
any other issue got as much hate as that.
No,
Maybe
issue
a
50.
Mandela issue.
Issue 50 does. Issue 50 is the most infamous issue of all of IDW Sonic.
No. That's more divisive. If anything, I don't think it's hated like in Shadow was hated. Some people
I know
like
that,
the
but
Sonic speech thing, but
anytime someone wants to
people hate
complain
that.
about IDW Sonic, I see issue 50. That's all.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Before we start, I want to bring this up. So, Marvel Tokon finally revealed their Avengers team, and people are mad.
Avengers team for what?
Marvel's Tokon. That's their new fighting game.
Oh, okay.
The team is also Captain America, Iron Man, who was already in the game. The third one is Hulk. But instead of Hulk being sent to space, they sent this nigga to the Savage Land for some stupid ass reason.
Why would they send him to the Savage Land?
And worse, they care to assassinate the person because they said it was Cap's decision.
Oh God, come on.
After Planet Hulk, you gonna send him away? I'm just saying.
Yeah, instead of playing Hulk, they
Hulk
sent him to the
had nothing
Savage
to
Land
do
for some
with
reason.
that. Cap had nothing to do why the Hulk was sent to space. Okay.
No.
Yeah.
I'm saying you would
Cap
think
was not-
after. No, what I'm
Cap
saying
was-
is you would think after Planet Hulk happened.
No.
you
Well, this is
wouldn't-
no. Instead of playing Hulk, they did this.
right.
Okay.
Why?
The story seemed to be taking place around the time of like Dark Reign. I want to say, based on some of the dialogue.
Just want to say this, audience. Cap was not part
I
of the
don't know.
Illuminati when they made that decision about sending Hulk to space. You know, so. Yeah.
Oh, your crypto came out like his PR team. I just want you to know, my client had nothing to do with the Illuminati.
Yeah.
And then the second part is people. This is a 4-person team. The final person they did was Shuri as a Black Panther.
Okay.
Oh, that was a commotion I've been hearing about, like online. Okay.
So
Sure.
there are 3 reasons people are mad. People, obviously, the Black Panther crowd is mad that T'Challa is not in the game for obvious reasons. They think that T'Challa has been systematically taken out of certain stuff slowly. This is his 60th anniversary year, and his comic was ass. And his game got canceled. And his solo game got canceled, not the Captain America one. And then a whole bunch of other stuff happened with T'Challa. So they were super excited to see him in this game. And they replaced him with Shuri. And they did. Obviously, people saw that and immediately started calling them misogynistic, which started a whole other thing.
I was about to ask, like,
if you're a fan of a male character, it's not misogynistic before that male character over some random female character that you do not care about. If you're hating on the female character just because she's female, that's misogynistic. But you can have your favorite. You can like Cyclops and not like Jean Grey. That's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
I don't like Jean Grey because she's an asshole. You don't like her because she's a woman. We're not the same.
I don't like her because
we are not the same. We are not the same.
Cryptid.
Yeah.
And my problem, I had a problem too, because I was debating with people about it. They're like, why can't she be Black Panther? And I was like, Shuri, this is 60-year anniversary of Black Panther. Black Panther, the 60 years is for T'Challa. The Black Panther mantle didn't come in like till the 90s.
Yeah.
Until the grandfather was introduced, there was no other Black Panther than T'Challa. T'Challa made that when he first came in. My problem with the Shuri thing is that anyone who said, "Oh, well, you're just mad that she's a woman," you don't know Shuri's history because Shuri has a lot of shit besides being Black Panther for 10 issues.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, the ancient Wakandan powers and magic and mystic and all this other shit. They just get ignored because y'all want her. Y'all just want Black Panther with tits.
She's just one of those characters that got the MCU synergy ever since the movie audience. Because like I still remember.
It could have been way worse though. Realistically, I'm personally not mad with Shuri being Black Panther in this game because keep in mind it's just one game.
Yeah.
Game. We still have T'Challa and and other shit. You know, I think people are just being pissy for no good reason, in my opinion. But that's just me personally.
I think I would be okay if they just did more with her unique stuff and stopped just being like, "Oh, we'll get her the Black Panther moveset." She has so many powers that's not tied to Black Panther, unlike T'Challa, who just everything about him is tied to Black Panther. You might as well just be doing T'Challa with tits. If you're just gonna just be have the whole regular Black Panther moveset.
I mean,
she has magic. She has everything. The only thing they gave her was the gauntlets, and the gauntlets not in front of comics. That's for the MCU.
That's true. I mean, from what
I
I
have a
read,
love-hate relationship with the MCU. I swear to you.
Gotcha. I mean, like from what I read from Shuri from time to time in comics before the movies came a thing, like she did look and act a lot different before. But hey, since the
Yeah,
movie
since
became
she wasn't
popular,
again, so now they act like she's just adult Moon Girl.
there you go. That the genius part. That's why I wanted to refer to. Yeah, but of course they had to make her look and act exactly like the movies for obvious reasons.
So it's like I'll be. You know what I'm saying? I'll be fine if they treated Shuri like her own character, like she was, because
Mhm.
then you can still do T'Challa as a DLC. But if you do her as Black Panther, you're not getting T'Challa in this game. It's like simple as that. He's not getting DLC because
Yeah.
everything about him is tied to this dynamic and these abilities you already gave another character. He can't do anything else.
Yep.
Unlike Shuri, who could have did all this other crazy stuff you could have did to make her unique and stand out the character.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, we can start.
Gotcha. Anyway, so yeah, I guess we're over 10 minutes in, so yeah, we should probably start. Anyway, welcome to Comic Pack Live, the news and reviews of the week, audience. You hear me, Crypto Secret 415? Go find a seat this summer, audience, for Diana. Move on.
My name is Jake Tylenol, and I'm here to say that Nam Soon will save us all.
Not sure.
She'll save Korea.
She can't. She's not adorable, bro.
she's strong enough to take on the mafia if she needed to. Okay.
This little girl has super strength but no super durability, so like she can get cut and stabbed and stuff.
We
But
know.
she can
Well, we
punch,
know she
like-
got cut as a child. I'm saying when she gets older,
Her power were activated as a baby. She can't get cut.
she's not in her prime.
But Ace Comics Breaky Wall. My second favorite Captain America is Danielle Cage. I don't care what no one says.
Fair
She
enough.
was
I'm thinking how to defend it.
She's cool. She was cool. Captain America.
If there's a future Cap story thing, I would not mind that. I don't want her in current day, because current day is ass.
To
But if
clarify,
you're
audience,
the Cap in the future, that's totally fine with me.
to clarify, audience, she's referred to as Captain America 20XX. So yeah.
Yeah, it's applied that she's there like around or right before 29 happened.
She's in the Battle Network timeline. I see. I understand.
She's the one who passes the shield to the chick for 1299, from my understanding.
Okay.
Okay. I didn't know about that. Okay, cool.
Okay. Well, I'm Richter, also known as the Witch of Jotunheim. Pronouns they, he. And I need to get more Ohuhu markers of different skin tone because mine are starting to run out.
And together we form the Phanatics, and we talk about the news and reviews of the week on our special Monday nights. It's news and shit. All right, and also some reviews. I got my secret review, but not so secretly, we're talking about Pragmata. Okay, and by we,
let's not make it a secret so we can put it in the thumbnail, and people will be drawn to the new special thing.
Right, but the thing is about my secret reviews, I don't know what I'm reviewing until like I'm getting in the podcast. So yeah.
So, by the way, audience,
and it pisses Cryptid off every single time.
Well, that's why I do. I'll put the photos in.
Hey, Jake, I win it. Well, I mean, Jake is the one who loses at the end because I'm not going to be editing the description after this video goes.
That's okay. I put it in myself. I put in the description. Jake's review. I put it right there. Yeah. So anyway,
you do that.
So anyway, we'll also be talking about Resident Evil because it had a trailer.
Why are the residents so evil, you may ask?
Man, I mean, we're just in some bad neighborhoods. Honestly, I think with a good president, we can clean up these neighborhoods, bro. We can clean up.
Yeah, you know who we should have for president, Chet, and I'm maybe being serious with it. We need to have Hatsune Miku.
I thought you were about to say.
Does she have a political? Does she have a political agenda?
Yes. It's to spread the word of song towards the entire world.
I feel like she should be the advisor. I think she should be like the president.
I like how y'all are joking, but they love the president of Resident Evil. That's like a canon thing.
Yep.
Yeah, I wouldn't if the zombie apocalypse is happening.
There's a picture of Leon dapping up the president after he saved his daughter, and they've been best friends ever since then.
Well, until Resident Evil 6 when he died. Spoilers.
I'm pretty sure Leon. I'm pretty sure Leon Kennedy shook the hands of 2 U.S. presidents. Audience, so.
And he watched one die.
I think they watched one hand.
Oh yeah, what else we got? We we got some Hobgoblin back in the building. He doesn't get much love, but he's got something. All right, the devil.
This man look like shit.
Yeah, the devil.
Your comeback is against the disability heroes. Like, what's
No.
going on?
The devil is back in the city. All right, Daredevil to defend the block of New York, the most important block in all of New York.
Remember, audience, we need the devil.
Just one block.
We need the devil to inspire hope, audience.
Right, not Spider-Man, who's
and to be a horny Catholic. Who said that?
not Spider-Man, who's actually doing work around this time.
To be fair to Matt Murdock in the MCU, they do not let him be a horny man for some reason.
Sure.
They too busy trying to keep Karen alive.
Guys, we gotta wait till Nightcrawler to see if they allow that one Wolverine cover to become canon.
They won't.
But I can try.
No. They'll definitely do naked Nightcrawler for that scene.
Oh, you mean like the shirtless Nightcrawler where he walks in for no reason with the shirt? Yeah, probably that. Okay. We have so much more. So, how about you hit that like button, subscribe, hit that noti bell. And there's also this thing in the comments where you can like hype us up. You can be like, yeah, Phanatics. Yeah, do that.
You're in the comments, just boo Jake, okay?
You could, but press the hype button when you do it. So like be hype with it, like boo, like that, like do that.
Like saying boo while doing a wave or something.
Yeah.
Love us or hate us, audience, give us commotion, So
right. Now,
now you talking Marvel Comics. I don't know if I like that.
Even if you dislike it, it's still engagement for us.
Right.
And Austin, you want to know what our most popular video has still been?
The what's it called? The one you did. That was your
the Castlevania one.
Yeah, brother. Yeah, brother.
The most popular videos.
Yeah, but you know what?
If we get Castlevania Nocturne Season 3, I'm bringing the crew back.
There you go. The whole squad is coming back. So stay tuned for that. But also, now we're moving on to
your guy is too busy ruining my franchise to do your third one. Their third game.
Sure. Now we move on to Witch with the weather and also the socials.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Unfortunately, I was told I can't play copyrighted music, so I can't do the weather. Unfortunately, that was a Welcome to Night Vale reference, guys. If you've understood.
Yeah, I'm kind of
anyway. Besides the point. You could subscribe because I said so. You can also, you can also follow us on Twitter at ComicFanatic69 because I also said so. So if you don't do it, I'm turning Austin into a brick, and you don't want that.
Talk to him.
Yeah, they're like the launch me through Windows.
Right.
Which
not the computer.
Which will regress the wall into a little itty bitty brick.
If you watch Far From Home, that was me that Daredevil caught.
Yeah.
Anyways, you can also find me on Twitter at Witch of Jotun with an E instead of a U. You can also find me on Instagram and TikTok at Witch_of_Jotunheim. You can also find me on Tumblr, Blue Sky, and Letterboxd at Northstar Aria. If you want to commission, I'm only doing traditional art commissions right now, but it's still art. So if you want to commission, hit me up, preferably on Instagram. I tend to see my Instagram stuff a bit better. If you want to find Austin, you can make them yourself at home, guys. You can make them by finding a brick wall, right? You draw 2 eyes that baby blue, like electric baby blue eyes with hot pink blush specifically. If you don't do it specifically, you can't make an Austin. Isn't that right?
That's right.
It's like Frosty the Snowman.
Yeah, exactly. You have to make them just right, okay?
Right.
And if you don't, that's racist.
Right.
If you want to find cryptid, you can find them wherever you find cryptids below. So like in the woods. I don't know. Wherever you find cryptids. And Jake.
What's up?
What random universe are you in that isn't steampunk or diesel punk? Because I know you ain't in either of those types of universes.
How would you react if I told you there was actually 25 hours in a day?
Man, try to book it off. I didn't go do that shit. I fucked the setup.
I'm tired.
I'm pretty sure Reed Richards would dispute you on that, Jake.
He can dispute me all he wants because he's wrong. All right. Let
sorry.
me,
Who could teleport? I'm sorry. Who could teleport Planet of Technology, Jake? Okay, yeah.
let me tell you about let me tell Reed about the golden hour. How about that? We sit down and discuss. Right?
All right, but before we do that, I think we should get into topics of the week. So we're only 20 minutes in already. So, all right, then, audience, let's move on to topics. And we're going to start us off
Why
with
use this photo?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought this was for the Resident Evil trailer. I did not know this.
Oh
I
my
was like,
god! I'm
You
talking about
can't
the other
recognize.
one.
He thought Karen Page was an evil resident, y'all.
I don't watch
um,
Daredevil that much, so I forgot what you look like.
Okay.
Dang, you're discriminating against white women now?
Yes.
Yeah.
See, that's the misogyny that the
How,
people wish on Black Panther fans.
man, how dare you confuse a Karen, Jake? Wow.
Well, they're
Okay.
all the same to me.
But anyway, so yeah, we're talking about Daredevil Born Again season 2, episode 7, audience, and I really gotta ask. I really want to talk to Karen Page man out there. Is this working for you? The way she's progressing as a character here, because like you start us off. The episode starts off with Karen in jail because in the last episode she gets captured by the Punisher cops and is arrested, and now she's in jail to stand trial for all the stuff she was doing. And you have like a one-on-one confrontation between her and Fisk, and I guess it's there to show like, look, Karen's like ballsy, like she has no fear against the Kingpin himself, you know. I could look him through mano a mano, this and that. I'm like, look at that face, audience.
She just locked up, started trying to talk shit to Kingpin. She saw crush the nigga head with car.
Yeah, because he's light work.
Yeah. I'm like, look, I've been training. I could beat the crap out of any of your thugs, Kingpin. Hell, I even shot your Wesley. I'm like, no, I'm just curious. Is anybody digging this? I'm serious. Like,
It's all fun and games until she grabs him by his skin, like Spider-Man did in the comics.
Nah, he grabbed her.
yeah.
Oh.
I'm telling you, she shut the shit up real fast.
she wasn't.
Like,
She wasn't ready for it.
Well, look, Kingpin was choking Matt Murdock like during the Netflix series. So now look how tough Karen is. She could withstand a choke from Kingpin, you know. So
And this is worse. And now he has super strength. You know, before he needed a car door to kill a man with put his head off, but here he can crush it himself.
Well, he has a history of losing to women weaker than him, so that's all good.
Oh boy,
What?
He lost to fucking Kate Bishop.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, she has super arrows.
Just, yeah,
She
I
shot an arrow that should explode and nigga like 20 feet to the right. What are you talking about? That's the one time he should lose.
Gotcha. Man, regardless, so it is what it is. Karen goes on trial, and Matt eventually decides to go out in the open and be her public lawyer, this and that, you know? Yeah, to be honest, I'm struggling to remember some of the stuff
I
that
don't really
happened.
like that scene. People don't know it was a big deal, Matt coming back as a public defender, because Fisk himself said Matt Murdock was a hero to the city. So they're really taking his opinion a lot better than they usually would have.
Yep.
So they're using that reputation that Fisk gave him against him in this moment to save Karen.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's one thing I did overlook with Kingpin's crusade against Daredevil, right? Because like he used that fame Matt Murdock had to tell the audience, right? We're putting a bounty basically on Daredevil as basically a terrorist, right? But at the same time, we need you all to find Matt Murdock and bring him to safety. You know,
He saved my wife and now he's missing. He saved my wife and now he's missing.
Yeah, there you go.
We believe Daredevil, these vigilantes grabbed him.
I gotta say, well played on that situation, Kingpin. And damn. So yeah, things proceed courtroom wise. Yeah, this is Daredevil audience.
That's just me. Cryptid, why did you put a picture of me up? How fucking dare you?
You got blood. You got blood all over your body, man. Like,
I love this.
Yeah. Haven't you once a month? Once a month.
Okay. So Austin, you were saying?
I love this costume, but it looks so stupid and everything gets peeled off. It makes it look like a real cheap, bro.
Well, I mean, to be fair, man, like you guys are so used to costumes coming in all polished and this and that. But I mean, if you're out on the line of duty, man. Like, come on, you're
I get
not
it.
going to come out
It's just
looking
funny
dry
looking.
clean, you know. So it's Born. It's taking its blows. I like it, you know. It's just showing what realistically will happen to a costume if you're 24/7 in that mantle, you know. So which Daredevil has been for the past couple of episodes, you know.
You sure
I
let
just thought it was
Spider-Man be
funny.
a
He
sailor.
painted it. He painted it black. He just getting a black one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'll eventually turn into red at later on. Okay, but anyway, so I guess the only thing I really remember out of this episode was between Kingpin Jr. and Ben Urich's niece.
No. You got to put his name. It's Daniel. Yeah, you got to use his name now.
Okay, I'll call him Daniel, but I'm still calling the other chick Ben Urich's niece, audience. So
BB.
anyway, BB, yeah. But anyway, so regardless, it picks up from what happened in the last episode where Daniel finds out, you know, BB's been screwing him over. She's been using their friendship to get information on Fisk's campaign and this and that. So basically, he has her stuck in his house, and I kind of like the arguments that he was making. Like, you betrayed me. You betrayed my trust. You were using me to get information on Kingpin, and her response is like, yeah, well, you were working for a fascist, so yeah.
I was 50-50 on that because, like, she really did fuck him over. Like, she knew that he could probably be killed, and
Yeah.
and while he didn't tell her, she did almost get him killed twice already.
Yes.
But
I mean,
he is working for a supervillain now. So it's like,
it's not like she's under the suspicion that like Kingpin already killed a family member of hers. Which, okay, that does get brought up here, but now I really am wondering, how did you find that out?
that's why I could bring it up and people didn't have an answer. I don't understand. The only person who could have told her they think Kingpin killed him would have been Karen, but I don't think she ever met Karen.
No.
Karen's the only one who knows that he went to Ben Urich's house.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I mean, like,
Because he told her
dude,
directly he did it. He paid her a visit.
I mean, like, look, at that time, this lady had to have been like what, like a little bit over 10 years old at that time, I would assume. So, yeah, she personally made this her vendetta to smear Kingpin and like do all this stuff to kind of take him out of his empire to avenge her uncle, which I don't know how close they were really, So. I don't recall Ben Urich ever mentioning his niece at all during the time we saw him. So, is what it is. Okay, so basically Daniel, and he's put in this horrible situation where one of them's gonna have to die.
No. Oh, okay, so apparently at the gala, the Commissioner Gallows did tell her that Fisk was the primary suspect for his death, and apparently she does know Karen. We just forgot.
Okay,
Apparently,
I
she
guess.
and her and Karen had a moment in season 1.
Okay, so that's a better explanation than none at all, So, but regardless, audience, like Daniel, he's in his last chance, audience, because he's already screwed up twice under Kingpin's administration. So basically, Kingpin's right hand man, Buck, told him like, "Look, this is your last chance, dude. You either bring this woman in because now they are aware that she's the one who's been doing all those YouTube videos, smear campaigns on Kingpin. So it's either Daniel bring her in and get killed, or Daniel gets killed, audience. And what do you think Daniel ends up doing?
Daniel. Either you bring her in and she gets killed, or we just kill you and go out there anyway and no one can stop us. You realize that, right?
Yeah. So this is the predicament BB brought this guy under, unfortunately. And what does the guy do? He tells BB to leave and don't even tell him where she's going to hide. So, yeah. Even though she betrays him and put him in this situation, he still pretty much sacrifices himself in this for her. He gets he gets a ruthless beating by Buck, and yeah, he does get shot in the head at the end, so he's dead.
Whoa. He might have got shot in the head.
No, it was stated by even the actors that yeah, he's dead.
I don't know if people to see the episode tomorrow.
Nah. Like, so what's the lesson we learned today, audience? Between with what happened with Daniel,
If you're
audience.
gonna work for
Don't work
someone
with
that's
fascists.
unsavory, ah,
Yeah,
you, sometimes you can't help that.
don't work with don't have friends that take advantage of you.
Most
So
most people at the
And
head of
don't
most
work with
companies people work
fascists.
for, most people at the head of most companies everyone works for are fascists to a degree.
Gotcha. It is what it is. But yeah, there was an article from the actors stating that originally in the script it was supposed to have Daniel survive, like Buck was supposed to have like let him live after the beating. And they told us they told what the original script was going to be about. But this was a last minute thing. Apparently, the creative team behind Daredevil decided to do, which was they actually edited that bullet shot to the head at the last minute for Daniel. And I kind of have a theory as to why, right? Because okay, when it comes to the next season, we're getting the Defenders audience. We're gonna get Luke Cage and Iron Fist. We're gonna get the Hand all
There's too many
popping
people.
up.
Yeah, too many
Yeah,
people.
yeah, so many people that you're going to have to cut some characters off. You know, at the end of the day, nobody's going to give a crap about BB when you want to see Jessica Jones. You know, so it just is what it is. They have to trim the fat, basically. You know, I mean, hell, I don't even think Kingpin's going to be popping up in the next season because
Yeah,
I think.
no, he's in next season.
Oh, okay. Well, not as
No.
big,
We
not as
don't, we
big
don't,
as you.
no, we don't think he's the main threat or anything, obviously, but
Yeah.
we know he looks like, we know he's in the season.
Okay, which I think it's for the best because I think even like I posted an article that's making a fair point that yeah we kind like this whole feud between Daredevil and Kingpin. It's pretty much been taken as far as it can go at this point. Like what else is there to delve? You know, like once
I
Kingpin is
know
at
it's
the
funny that
top of
people
his
are mad
game,
about that, but it's like, they don't only have like 5 more villains, you know?
yeah,
Like,
he has other
realistically,
villains.
he
Has
has
he
other
been
villains, but all of them only have like one comic book. Like, I don't know
has
what
he,
you do with it.
has he been the main villain for like all 5 seasons?
Who?
No, he
Oh
was
no,
the main villain.
except for the hand season, I
Yeah,
guess.
he was the main
Oh,
season
what?
1. He wasn't the villain season 2. He came back season 3,
Yeah.
and then technically the last 2 were just setting up this. So he had to
Oh,
be here for that.
oh, you know, there's also Bullseye. Like everybody seems to be unanimously loving Bullseye. How Bullseye has been in this season. You know, like damn, he just
Yeah,
needs
I
to
guess he
shave
had
his head
Lady
off.
Bullseye too. I think he could do that.
Ah, he could. Oh yeah. I forgot to mention about the what's her name. That therapist is going to be the female muse. Yeah, you do get a scene between her having a talk with Paige in jail, and
People are mad about that, by the way.
why?
I saw people mad saying these 2 women are in the scene. All they can do is talk about Matt Murdock. I'm like, that's the only person they both know.
It's the
That's the only.
Bechtel
They
test,
don't
and they're
know each other.
failing it.
The only
It's the
connection they have is Matt Murdock. Of course, he's going to come up eventually.
yeah, true. You know, and
It's
of
the
course, you know.
Bechtel test. They're failing it.
And of course, the therapist is seeing Muse in the mirrors around her. So yeah. I I don't know what more. I honestly don't know if if the creative team is going to pull the plug on her being Muse because I don't know who's supporting that really. You know,
I think
like
they have to. I think they have to do it because if all the
what
defenders come back to fight somebody, you do have to
what?
have a certain amount of threats to justify it. So you could
Yeah,
have something occupied trying to figure out the Muse case, even though Muse itself isn't the threat.
yeah. Like
I
how
could
are
be
you
like
going
Jessica
to
Jones, the PI investigating that situation.
how are you going to really justify her being a threat to the other defenders? Really?
You figure it out.
That's the neat
You
part.
you
You
do,
don't.
Yeah.
you do an accident and you give her actual Muse powers or something.
I guess that's the only. Well, her powers only Muse's powers are only effective against Daredevil. Anybody else, it's not really effective
So I
on.
think that you don't need to be a threat to the whole team. You have to
Mhm.
be. I thought Mary wanted to fight all 4 Iron Fists in that
I'm
season.
I'm thinking it's time we make some defenders of our own.
No.
Okay,
Okay,
you say
is
so.
what it is. But yeah. Anyway, like we only got really like one more episode left of this season,
Yeah,
and then it's had its
it comes
highs
out
and it had
tomorrow.
its lows. Yeah, it had its highs and it had its lows. Audience. So
I will say this:
yeah.
after all that shit talking and stuff they said about last season, I think last season was better than
Mhm.
this season so far.
Oh yeah, I like the last season better. So.
Say you want about last season have episodes that
Okay.
hit or miss. I still found enjoyment in some of those episodes, but like this one have a bad episode, I don't really like anything.
Which is funny because I know last season I did have one episode I hated, which was
Yeah, you hate the Miss Marvel episode, but we loved it.
yeah, it just did not make any sense to. Yeah, I don't want to get into full discussion. It just made no sense. But this season, this is what it is. We'll see how you know how it is when you watch an MCU property. Audience, you'll get your high point when when the movie or the season comes out, but then after a year or two passes, then your actual critical review will be settling in. So
I didn't think it just shows. No matter how much people complain about whatever happened with Daredevil, whatever we were gonna get was not gonna be what you wanted, and like exactly what you wanted.
yeah,
I kind of wish they stuck to their original plan, whatever the fuck it was gonna be at this point.
yeah. They just they were just caught in a pickle, So nothing more they can do. Anyway, you have any final thoughts on this before we move on, Austin?
Nah, Wish doesn't care. Let's keep going.
Okay.
Yeah, I
All
really
right
don't.
then. Okay, which do you want to be the one to announce the
I don't
next
like-
topic?
I
Not
like that.
really.
We don't know who this is.
I do.
Okay.
I do.
Go ahead. What is it, all, Jake?
It's Justin Boldoni and Blake Lively case has been settled out of court.
You definitely struggled. You didn't know how to say Paul Donnie in there first, did you? That's why I thought you found it out as you talked.
Justin Boldoni.
Okay, this is breaking news, audience. This was announced a couple hours ago, and this is very telling because I think their court appearance was supposed to be in like another 2 weeks. So okay, let me read the joint statement, audience, because like this statement was a collaboration between both Justin's team and Lively's team. It goes as this. We acknowledge the process presented challenges and recognizes concern raised by Miss Lively deserve to be heard. We remain firmly committed to workplace free of inapproprieties and unproductive environments. It is our sincere hope that this brings closure and allows all involved to move forward constructively and in peace, including a respectful environment online. We're never going to know fully what happened behind closed doors, audience. For me personally, I think
she got tired of all the hate. I think she got tired of all the hate she was getting when it came out that she lied about a lot of stuff, and she settled it to get it done. I promise you, if the crowd and everyone was still on her side, she would have not settled outside the court.
Probably, yeah. There had to have been a settlement on Boldini's side in this, because to add that part about like let's see, we acknowledge the challenges and recognize concern raised by Miss Lively. I don't know how Justin's legal team would have wanted that sentence in this statement, but he might have gotten like a pretty good settlement out of this. Because look, I haven't been looking too intently on this case, but from what I have heard, apparently the judge dismissed some of her previous claims, and this also resulted in a countersue by Justin. So
but long story short, she said a bunch of stuff in order to get her husband on set, and her husband stole control of the movie.
Yeah,
basically. And then when she got to court, right before the second, I want to say like the first hearing, it came out that she lied about a lot of that shit to get control from Justin.
Yeah.
So anything that she lied about got dismissed, and it became it went really big in the Justin's corner. The sue.
Yeah,
and that's why I feel like she just settled to get it over with once she realized stuff was not on her side.
And the fact is, you are going to get your husband more in hot water because of this. Because I just look at both of these sides, right? Only one side has a bigger hill to fall off of in this case, So I think just to clear the air, like they had to do a settlement, So thanks. I guess. Is anybody gonna feel awkward seeing Deadpool in his next adaptation in the MCU?
I have
As long as
already
he doesn't bring it up, I'll be fine. I think it'll be fine.
I
But
already
after
forgot
Death,
about this. I already forgot about this when you brought it up. I will forget about it by the time the next movie comes up.
Oh
in
boy.
Deadpool 3, he made 3 references to Justin. So if
Yeah.
he keeps doing that, if he does the next one, he's done. I think he's done.
Yeah.
But
Ryan,
if he just moves on and don't talk about it, don't even make a joke about it, about the settlement stuff, I think people will move on.
Yeah, hopefully so. Ryan, still love you, man. I hope to one day get a signing from you one day, but like, yeah, okay, let's just move on. The money was paid. Let's all work on our projects going forward, be better, be wiser, this and that, and yeah, is what it is. I still cannot look at a nice pool the same way anymore, audience. So
He's a feminist, bro.
he was made to bash Justin. So damn. But anyway, you guys have any final thoughts on this before we move on?
No.
Gotcha. All right, then, audience. With that, we can move on to the next topic. And for once, Jake is not reviewing a game. This is gonna be me discussing a
Actually,
game.
I am. Let's talk about Pragmata. No, I'm just
Right? Did you buy this? Did you buy this, Jake? Did you play it?
I was thinking about buying it just to show you up on the podcast and just not
Oh
say
boy!
anything. I was
Oh
like,
boy!
I don't have
Yeah.
$70 to be that petty, so you're lucky.
Bro, I
Right?
spent $60 on Tomodachi Life. You can get the game.
60 versus
Oh,
70 is a bit different,
see?
Wish. I don't know.
Yeah, audience. See what see what having 3 jobs gets you, audience. You know. So yeah.
I have 3 jobs. Only one of them pays though.
Gotcha. But anyway, so all right, we're talking about Pragmata, and man, a game that has been pushed for so long. I mean, this is supposed to come out what 2022, you know? So
Right.
like, damn.
Before the AI craze. And then they
Yeah,
said, we got it. We finally got it.
which is ironic because AI is a big thing about this game,
Yeah.
audience. So all right, so the game finally came out. I played it because like when I saw the trailer, not only was I interested in the fact that this finally came out, but you know, just watching the trailer, you know, you're gonna get heartbroken at the end. Something's gonna happen. You're gonna have your sweet moments in this game, but it's all gonna end with maybe a tear or two shed, you know. But anyway, so what's this game about? Okay, you see, like there's this a corporation has found like this substance in the moon, right, audience?
You sick fuck.
Man,
Luna
you know it's Capcom when it's an evil corporation finding some bullshit, bro.
Yeah, they're basically
We
like an
found
umbrella.
third energy.
Yeah, so basically this is their version of the Umbrella Corporation audience. So like this Luna filament substance, right? A material that's perfect for basically an advanced 3D printer. You could all you just have to do is upload a schematic and bam, it'll just laser create any robots, even any environment. Hell, you can even 3D print food, audience. Now, the quality isn't really all the way there. Like, of course, the food's not going to taste the same, and the machinery isn't going to be as durable as handmade stuff, but it's easier to repair something than it is to
Hey,
build
wait.
something. Hey,
Hey, Witch, they found a basic replicator from Star Trek. Look how advanced they are.
yeah.
I'm
Oh,
glad
I'm
we can
sorry, I
laugh
didn't
your
hear you.
stupid ass.
What did you
Hey,
say?
no, too late.
They found a
No,
basic
I was
ass
playing
rep-
Tomodachi Life. She
they,
said something replicator, something
they found
Star
a
Trek, and
this
then I
game is
fucked
about
up.
they found a basic ass replicator from Star Trek and now they're happy about it. They're celebrating.
Mhm.
Okay, the replicator can do amazing things too, though.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
He's saying they
Gotcha.
only
But
just scratched the surface of something that happened in the 60s, which
Yeah, man.
gotcha.
Bro, the
But
replicator
then,
has been around forever, okay? It's been around.
There
It's
you
still
gotcha.
around.
But but anyway, this is kind of like something new that this corporation has exclusive access to. You know, I mean, hey, it's not like a reporter can just go in and report what's going on in this place, right? Oh, wait, yeah, there was one reporter that was able to sneak in and write notes, this and that you find throughout the game. But that's a side story in itself. Anyway,
Capcom.
so like this, and also this place is being run by an AI right now. They do have come up with a good argument behind this because, like, okay, you do have humans coming in to overlook the structures of this place, but more and more they're becoming reliant on the AI kind of running everything and creating robots. Because keep this in mind, right? It's more safe for
Bro,
the
this is the
senior.
start of Warhammer. You're about to fuck everything up. It literally leads to the dark age of technology when they rise up.
There were two timelines that you go to. We can either go to the Star Trek future or the Warhammer future. These are the two futures.
I would
This
prefer the Star Trek future
I would
besties.
too. I would too.
This
I
is
I don't
feel
this
think
is
like
the
anybody in
first
their
Molly's
right
step.
mind is saying,
choice.
I want to go to Warhammer. Okay, it's just cool to read. I want to be there.
This is the first step to that. But anyway, like they come up with a good explanation saying like, hey, it's easier for a robot to like, go out in the moon outside of the comfort of air to be doing some repairs as opposed to like, a human, a person actually endangering their lives, like going out doing the repair. If a robot breaks his arm, bam, we could just 3D scan a new arm for you, basically. So more and more this facility is being more reliant on robots, right? Unfortunately, something happens where there's a signal issue. So the corporation decides to send basically 4 maintenance workers to
Oh
go
my
and check up on
god,
what's
bro!
going
They're just
on.
doing Resident Evil with robots now. Come on,
Uh,
bro.
okay, it is kind of funny. Yeah, there are more moments that kind of feel like Resident Evil. I'll give you that.
We did the
So
full.
all right. So the 4 maintenance workers go there, and of course, shit hits the fan. And then you're left with like, assumingly, an earthquake hit in the moon that separate all of them, and that's when Hugh gets introduced to the robot Diana here.
That's right, people. Hugh Jackman.
Don't mistake that for a white girl. She's actually black.
Hey. And when I look at her, I'm just thinking strictly Megan audience. Anyway, so yeah, basically these two, she has no memory of what happened, and slowly throughout the game, they find out, what the situation is, what's going on, and by the way, audience, this is all from the perspective of Hugh and Diana, right? There is no like, side cutscene on the other corporations or anybody else. I mean, for God's sake, like, I mean, for God's sakes, like Hugh is literally the only human alive in this whole station, right? And the only reason he's able to like fight against the robots is because like the only way to hurt them, you have to first hack them with Ellie, with Diana, So there's that. And throughout the course of the game, you really do see a bonding moment between them. There is like the father daughter dynamic here, that's one thing I liked about this game. It presents like the best parts of like having a child around you. Learn being with them as they learn more about the world, or seeing the excitement they have as a fish out of water, this and that. There does come a point where like Ellie just asks Hugh, like, I do kind of find it weird that you humans have to eat 3 times a day. Robots
It's
have to
about the
just one day.
soul. It's spiritual nourishment. Okay.
Yeah, like yeah, that's what Hugh brings up. Like, sometimes sharing a meal isn't just about recharging your body; it's also having nourishment for the soul, for your soul as well, as Jake pointed out.
Yeah, I'll watch that
So
cutscene.
yeah, it was pretty sweet. And later on, you find out what the story is behind Diana, because apparently her body was based on the scientist's dying daughter. Actually, she had a rare disease,
Nigga, that
and
really is Resident Evil. That's the
It's
red pill. Get the
Resident
fuck out of here.
Evil.
yeah. Okay. But anyway, so like, as far as they're going with the advancements of this like 3D printing technology, there came the idea of like, can we 3D print organs, basically, And the scientist was trying rigorously to proceed with this science to save his daughter. So when they wanted to create like what's known as a pragmata, like an advanced robot, like similar to a human, he specifically based the design on his daughter. Unfortunately, her disease was taking a turn for the worst, and like, Diana wasn't being compatible with her body, so he kind of basically ditched Diana for a newer model. Yeah, you see, there's another.
Maria.
Yeah, yeah. There's another person here. Basically, Diana's sister. Her name is Eight. Audience. She's the advanced one, the one that's actually compatible with with Daisy,
Someone actually compatible with organs with humans.
Yeah. Uh, Unfortunately, things take a turn for worse, and Daisy ends up dying before before the scientists could reach her.
She meant
So
everything to me.
pretty much, pretty much.
This planet.
And the way, and really the way Diana sees this is like she failed in her purpose. Like not only was she already going to be discarded. She was basically put in a room, ready to be disassembled, this and that. But now the purpose she was built for, she feel like she failed, and that's when Q is like telling her, forget about what the purpose the doctor gave you is. Tell me what you really want.
To be
And
useful.
she wants to actually go to Earth because
Why?
even though she sees like all the holograms, this and that's provided for here on the moon, it's just nothing compared to actually seeing fire or seeing the ocean.
We
Having
love
that.
it.
What do you
We
think
got a
life?
whole life here. We're trying to leave.
What do you think life is
Don't
like
try to
down
come
there,
back.
Shadow?
It's like, hey, we take for granted what most people would do anything for. So she actually does want to feel the ocean, feel the sand, feel the wind brush between her hair, this and that. So
She
basically,
charges power to her feet and stuff, right?
yeah, I know.
Eventually she's gonna run out of power fucking around on Earth.
Hey, well, she's going. They're going to find a way to charge it up. Of course, there's going to be adjustments. But honest audience, as much as sweet as these moments were, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking because you do learn more throughout the course of the game that the dying daughter. You find out that the corporation actually used her as a test subject prematurely and actually sped up her death. Because there's actually this new substance also on the moon. Damn, I've forgotten what it was, but it's basically like the symbiote.
Third energy. Oh, all right.
Yeah, the symbiote.
Oh, you deserve power, bro.
Yeah. They ended up performing tests on the daughter because hey, she's dying anyway, and they sped up her death. So the scientist was, of
What's the
course,
point of having criminals on death row? You're not gonna use them.
yeah. But anyway, so of course the main scientist, he was very heartbroken. He wanted revenge. He wanted to make sure people on Earth knew what was going on here on the moon, and his dying. This is basically his dying breath. And as far as 8 is concerned, she took it as, oh, he wants to make sure the Earth knows about this black substance. Fine, I'm going to make sure that this black substance all goes to Earth. Basically. It's like yikes, yikes, yikes. It's like one of those monkey paw wishes, audience.
How
That
many
is not.
times do the Spider-Men have to fight the symbiotes, bro? This is just, oh god.
And here's the thing about this symbiote, audience, right? It corrupts like the robots, right? But it is possible to separate that black goo from the robots. But organisms like humans, yeah, that's basically a death sentence for you. The black goo will basically eventually dissolve your whole body.
And awaken the evil god Null from his long slumber.
If you want to look at it that way. Yeah. Unfortunately, midway into the game, 8 does infect the main character Hugh in this. But of course he doesn't tell Diana about this, man. And you do eventually defeat 8, and you basically end the game with like Hugh putting Diana in a cargo ship, and as she was basically, and he uses his body's basically arc reactor to power up that ship to be sent to Earth. She was not aware that Hugh got infected until the ship was ready to launch, and he revealed his face like, yeah, I can't go back. It was a very heartbreaking moment to see her crying. Well, not crying, but she's definitely broken by this.
This man has no idea where on Earth she's landing, what's going on on Earth. He just sitting there now.
Yeah.
It's to give her a chance.
Hoping one day she's gonna find somebody to talk to.
No,
Maria did it. It was okay, but Hugh doesn't. The problem.
No, Austin. This is to give her a chance because look at it this way, right? If Hugh were to die, that case, Diana would be there all alone by herself.
Yeah,
So
guess what? I'm gonna send her to Africa.
Bring her hope to this world.
and odds are the cargo ship had the coordinates for where to land safely. So she could just hack. Um, she could control where the ship was going to land. But anyway, regardless, man, there's like this. You see her screaming uh, in the window of that cargo ship, and even though you don't hear
Sorry,
her,
I can't stop.
based on her lip movements, you're like thinking she's probably saying "dad, dad," and as Hugh just floats
Maria.
into space,
50
floats
years
into
later,
space
she
and
returns for vengeance.
yeah.
Go back and
So
catch us.
so yeah. I mean, there's definitely a lot of commotion I've seen online about people looking at this like, hey, this is showing the best parts about like, having a daughter of your own, this and that. As the oldest person here, audience, I have four nephews and two nieces.
Let them know.
One of my nieces is for my sister, and my other niece is for my best friend. And believe me when I say, like, I did see a bit of both my nieces in Diana when they were her age in this. So
I will,
I like those moments,
I will
those sweet
say,
moments.
I haven't played the game, but
Mm-hmm.
I will say, while people get on Atreus for being like this, I do prefer kids who are more realistic than just the good
Mm-hmm.
times of being a parent. Because like sometimes like kids just be like awesome, you know what I mean?
Audience,
Um, but it's
audience. Remember, there is such a thing
I
as
don't
the
play
terrible
games to deal with
twos.
realistic kids.
I don't, but like I don't know, but that's what the thing. So like and I'm only comparing it to something I know. So I'm only so Cryptid maybe can tell me if there's anything like this in Pragmata. But
Mm-hmm.
like that is the rewarding part. Like they might annoy you for a bit, but when they understand, when they get it, when they
Mm-hmm.
actually do transform, that's more rewarding than just the happy times. Because you feel like you
Yeah.
did
No,
something. That's what it
Yeah.
feels like for me. But you
Yeah.
know.
You get
So
this.
I
You
really need
get
it
to
from a
see.
fucking clanker.
You get to see a lot. You get to see the joy in her eyes just from seeing the simple things in life, like
Wow.
She can't dribble
So
a basketball for shit though. I'll tell y'all right now.
it takes a it
He
takes
is
a
he is
practice.
not a hooper. Okay, don't worry about that.
Yeah. No, if it's any consolation to you, Jake, she prefers to go on a skateboard afterwards.
My
So
God, bro. She
yeah.
really she's it's gonna I can't wait for Pragmata Adventure 2. All
You'll see
right.
one clip of Tony Hawk and think she's the GOAT.
She sees that, but she also just wants to go
Did
to
you
the
get the
beach. I
true
mean,
ending?
there also comes a point where, like, you
Yeah,
see her
ignore
playing
dress.
sand, and you have to tell, and she had to tell her, like, she's trying to understand what's the point of making a sand castle if it's just going to break, and you as a parental figure have to tell her, not everything is just made there just to last. Just sometimes there's just fun in
Bruh,
just actually creating
I
something.
don't think gotta be a lesson. I do it because it's fucking fun, bro. Damn.
Yeah,
I shit.
so.
Did you get the true ending?
Yeah, I got okay. Audience, there is a red con that they did in this game because, like, okay, you beat the game the first time. It afterwards it does give you the option to go right before you do the final battle, right? But if they give you a side mission there, and if you beat all those things, you get like the option of a token, right? In the game mechanics, right? You get like these 5 chips, like they give you like certain stat upgrades, like one chip will give you 50% more damage bonus if an enemy is close to you, or the other one just increases the hacking duration, this and that, right? There is a chip after you complete that side mission that slows down the that black goo from killing you. So yeah, so basically that's the red con, and the real ending is you hear the screen goes black and you hear the safety room you normally go to, right, open as the robot that's there comes and greets you, like saying, "Oh, sir, you're back. Oh, you're alone this time." So it's showing that Hugh is still alive for who knows how long, but he didn't die the instant Diana left.
Maria can't
So
relate.
so And you do see that Diana, she did land in the beach. I don't know where, but like she's walking on the sands, and then she's looking at the moon. She's trying to reach up for it, and she's saying, "I'm ready." So
And then she looks at the gas prices, and they're $8, $8 a gallon. He's like, "Fuck, send me back." I'm
And
not
then,
dealing with
and
this.
then she $5 takes millions to charge her up, and like, oh, I don't got to
Oh,
spend
fine, I'll go back.
well, look, we don't know what the status of Earth's technology is at this time. So who knows? We'll see what happens. Yeah. I think Capcom just added that ending at the last minute because they are confident about this IP now. That hey, maybe this could continue
that
on.
ending was there to the beginning of the since before the game came out. It wasn't a patch.
Oh, really? Huh. Okay. I
They
guess.
were literally
Yeah.
just,
Well, no, it
oh,
wasn't
well,
patch.
you
It
play the
wasn't patch.
game.
But to Cryptid's point, they probably thought like, I think this game is good enough to get a sequel. So that's probably why it was like the true ending and not just like the actual ending.
It was just leaving it open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you have the ending where it's like because you don't confirm they get back together or anything. He could still die, so it's like like you said, it leaves it open. But maybe he's just dead, and that's about it. So
Because they still haven't found out how to get that black substance off a human, So
That'll be the next
we'll see what-
game. All right.
yeah.
and then it comes to Earth.
I do have a couple theories as to what's going to happen progression wise in the story because remember how I said that there were four people that came to the moon? Okay, well, of course, Hugh was one of them, and two of them went missing. They got sucked into out of the space station and into outer space. They're into the moon. They're still in their suits, though. We don't know what happened with them, but the other guy that was with Hugh, yeah, he's dead. Like you hear the radio communication that a robot comes in and basically terminates him, right? But the other two astronauts, we don't know what happens to them. And in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, well, they even if they survive that, there's no way they could fight against those robots that are there to kill them because you need a pragmata like Diana to hack them in order to damage them, right? But then I'm thinking, oh wait, you could easily make a DLC of 8 because like what she was doing when she wasn't in the presence of Hugh and Diana, right? So okay, I see some story beats they could go on is what I'm saying, audience. So yeah, really enjoyed this game. Heartbreaking ending. I just want to see Hugh and Diana meet each other because like even though she said she wanted to go to the sea, she wanted to go to the sea with Hugh, basically her dad. So it's definitely going to be interesting. And okay, like, I wanted to mention this earlier, right? Throughout the course of the game, I'm thinking to myself, yeah, I do want to see them go to Earth and go and have Hugh bring Diana to the ocean. But at the back of my mind, I'm thinking, you do realize if the corporation gets you two first, they're not going to let you see the light of day. So
And that's Pragmata too.
this, so yeah, there's a lot to be delved into. I think the corporation's name is Delphi. Yeah, again, you're just getting this story perspective from a maintenance crew worker. I'm pretty sure in the second game, you're going to see more CEOs or representatives of this corporation be brought in. So
And then she has to get saved by Leon S. Kennedy.
we'll see. Audience, this was a really great game, heartwarming. Diana, you do want to see those two back together, man. Not in a romantic way. Again, it's a father-daughter relationship. There are different loves out there, audience. You love
Don't tell
your
the internet
parents.
that.
No, you love your parents. You love your pets. You love your significant. You love your best friends, but none of them are like, hey, that means I want to bang you. No.
So there's like a weird controversy by both like the left and right side of politics where they find it weird that guys are like, man, this game makes me want to be a father. And such like that. I'm like, that's weird to me.
I mean, there are definitely some pros to that.
Yeah.
I mean, there are good moments. If you raise a kid right, it could be one of the best experiences of your life.
I honestly do. I think there really is like a stigma. I mean, for understandable reasons between like guys and being with kids and stuff like that. But like the actual like ability to raise like another like human being and like teach them life is like really fucking cool. Like it's one of the most fascinating things to do. And when you actually get them to, and Crypto, when you get them to learn that lesson, it feels so awesome. Like when they finally get it.
Oh my god, bro, stop blazing kids. Let's move on.
Definitely true. I mean, I mentioned my best friend, right? Man, I remember he had like a daughter not long after high school's over, and audience, like my mom, like she had a nickname for him. She called him Gringo Loco. He was that crazy kid in school. He was that rebel, that misfit. Second he had a kid though, his life completely changed, and there's not a single thing he wouldn't do for his kids. Even though even though he ended up raising two children by himself because he ended up becoming a single parent, but he's still stuck with them, man. Like, okay, well, yeah, let's kind of move on before I get a little emotional here. So, this gives you the feels, audience. So, and there comes a point where Diana like literally draws pictures for you, audience. Like the pictures you would see a 6-year-old draw for you in arts and crafts. And god dang it, I'm
She's
looking
not
at
a
that.
6-year-old. She's a fucking AI. I don't want this trash.
Is she mentally six though?
Her body is that of the daughter when she was 6 years old. And I swear to
that
God,
dude's trash daughter to be better.
and I swear to God to you guys, I still have that arts and crafts heart project that my niece made for me with a Deadpool logo on it that she made when she was in preschool. Damn, she's not. Oh, and audience, today's her birthday. Actually, she's now 19. So I still kept it all this time. So it does give you the feels, audience. So please have a happy ending between Hugh and Diana. Capcom, please
No.
give it to me.
It's gonna be like Joel and
yes.
Ellie. You're gonna see his head get bashed in 50 times.
Yeah.
We'll see. Man, anyway,
This
that's
gonna
really
keep getting older. She's not gonna age. That's just sad.
she's an advanced pragmata. You could just basically say like she could get older.
Yeah,
Hey,
we're
it's like,
not getting her a grow up mechanic, okay?
Austin, remember what happened with Vision, right? Like he willingly let there be limitation on his mind so that one day he can be discontinued so he can have the human experience.
It's funny because we have AI today, and AI acts like
but Vision's an adult. I'm saying she physically and everything is a child. So he is old and stuff. She's still going to be just a child.
I should probably get like an upgraded body or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just for the matter.
I promise you, no corporation's wasting money giving her upgraded child.
I'm not sure buying one. She'll be like, oh yeah, that's my body.
There's still a lot. There's still a lot left to delve in with this material and technology. So
0 out of 10.
Boo. 9.8 out of 10, audience. All right. I'm gonna be playing this game again after this live stream is over. There you go. So
question mark out of 10. Because I never played it. I watched it.
So I'm the only one here who played it apparently. So anyway, audience, I guess with that we can move on to the next.
Mine's right next to it. Mine's right next to it. All right, let's go.
What the heck is this, Jake?
Superpower, super duper. We're talking about.
Why can't you wait till the show finished?
No, because that was gonna take forever for like Tony and I to finish it. I just want to talk about it. At least introduce it. It's already finished, by the way. So like, yeah,
exactly. That's why you can wait.
Nah, brother. Anyway, this is a random Korean drama that Austin in front of the channel, Tony and I were watching one day. We just randomly saw it and we just read the premise and we just watched it. It's called Strong Girl Nam Soon. Okay, and for all the people out there who say you can't make a woke TV show entertaining, this show's here to prove you wrong. Okay, the premise of this is such that Nam Soon, who's like the younger girl in the cover, she's from a generation where only the women in the family get the powers of Wonder Woman, basically. In terms of super strength. So, or I should say,
no, she's just super strong.
Well, I should say Smallville Superman. I guess I should say that's more accurate.
Okay, that's sexist. All right, only the females get that power, not the.
It's because they have a super X chromosome. So if you have a generation without a daughter, then it skips your generation. Okay. So basically, so she can, as far as we know now, she has supervision, super strength, and super speed. Those are the 3 powers she has right now. Her thing was when she was a child, her dad accidentally lost her in Mongolia, and so she's separated from her rich ass family, And now that she's at the age of 22, I think it was 21 and she turned 22. She seeks her family in Korea. While her mother is hosting a competition to find the strongest girl in Korea to see if like one of them will wind up being her daughter. Basically, she's like hoping that will attract like Namsoo, whatever. Meanwhile, there's a big drug trade going on in Korea, and it's up to the Soon family to stop it. Essentially, I'm gonna say right off the bat, this show does have a lot of like plot issues. A lot of things just happen because it's convenient in this show. For instance, like they list the reasons why they can't. So like the mom finds like a fake daughter, like this girl like basically wins the competition. So the mom just assumes that's her daughter because like no other girl will be as strong as her daughter, right?
Mhm.
And the dad's like, I really doubt this is like actually our daughter. She doesn't have the same eyes as my daughter. And the mom's like ignoring all that. And so they want to do like, so the guys are like, well, why can't we just do a DNA test? They're like, well, you can't do a DNA test on this family specifically. That's not how it works. I'm like, really? So
Oh boy.
like, you can like match them. Go ahead, Austin. Were you saying something? Oh, I guess not. They can't do like a DNA test with her or whatever. So basically, this girl gets to pretend to be Namsoon for a bit. I will say, if you like Kid Goku from Dragon Ball, you'll more or less find Namsoon very entertaining because she has the same mannerisms where she's pure of heart and innocent, but she's like very blunt, and but she's also kind of like smart in like an unsuspecting way. Like if you try to take advantage of her, she will like kick your ass, kind of like Kid Goku does. So that's actually really fun. I do like how so even though she's Korean born, she's technically on paper a Mongolian immigrant, basically.
Okay.
So the story shows like an immigrant's introduction into Korea. And at first she's like, man, I watched Korea on the. It's kind of like how people would talk about America. Wow, I watched Korea on the news. Korea looks so great. It's such a fabulous country. Oh, great, all this stuff. And the first time she gets here, she gets scammed out of her money. And she has to like live on the streets for a bit, and then like people keep trying to harass her. She's like, "Wow, Korea is awful." And then like, and then like a later episode, she meets.
Do you attest to that? Which
Isn't listening.
Okay.
But I will say the show does come back because eventually she meets like nicer people, and then there's like this lesson. She confronts her scammer, and she's like, people like you give Korea a bad name or whatever. She intimidates or whatever. What I do like about this show as well is just like the way they show off her strength. So there's like a flashback with the grandma, and the grandma of the family, she was fighting like 20 men or whatever. And because they're bullying these small business workers. And so she steps in, she's like, I'm gonna take on all 20 of you. They're like, you're just a fucking lady. What the fuck are you gonna say? And so the first guy slaps her, and she draws much like, you fucking slap me? And she slaps him so hard before the slap connects, the wind hits his face. Basically, it sends him flying. The fight escalates, and at one point, she grabs one guy and she throws him to the moon. I was like, oh my god, this family does not care about killing. I will say that at all. And then like with Namsu, so like a lot of the show shows off like the ridiculous strength antics, like that scammer that Namsu was dealing with. Like her love interest is basically like, hey, don't like kill that lady. Like I know she scammed you, but we can like do this the legal way or whatever. And he's like, don't worry, I'm not gonna kill her. And then like she tells the girls like, you're gonna like give me back my money, and that's pretty much gonna be in that conversation. And she's like, well, what are you gonna do about it, little girl? And she takes her purse and she just throws it to all the way from Korea to Mongolia.
What?
Some old lady catches it. She's like, oh my god, I'm rich. So there's like visual gags like that abound. Another thing I like is that go ahead.
And now it's just us two, Jake. You realize that, right?
Yes, it seems like it. It seems like we've been abandoned, but we will hold down the podcast by ourselves. Okay.
Yep.
But yeah, so like there's like other things too that has like commentary about like strong female women and all that stuff, because it is kind of weird. She has a love interest. He's like, like this guy, he's like a cop or whatever, like the Steve Trevor kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
And he feels awkward. Like he likes this girl, but he's intimidated at times about how much stronger she is than her. Like one time they're on an operation and he gets knocked out, and so she has to carry him like a baby to the car, and he's like, why is this woman carrying me? Like, he gets like embarrassed about that. There's like humor like that. It's a very funny show. I do say I am very interested in the main villain. His name is Ryu Shio. From what we know so far, he's the only guy in the show to have the strong powers too. So he's like injecting it in his vein. Like he's taking this, he's making this super drug. Yeah, he's making this super drug that's giving him like the powers basically. And so far we're slowly getting his backstory throughout or his motivations throughout like the show. But I am interested to see like where his plot like goes so far. He's a really cool guy, a really cool character. I will say the early problems with the show is that the drug plot and the Dom soon reuniting with their family plot don't connect really well. So a lot of this comes across as random when you first get into the show. But the Nam Soon drama with her family kind of gets resolved in episode 4. So now the show is a lot more focused on on the family trying to solve the drug issue, essentially. So far I'm really enjoying like the pacing of it. They don't wait the whole season to reunite the family. They get reunited in the first couple episodes as well. I will say it is cheap, but if you like CW superhero shows, you'll like Nam Soon. And I mean like if you like Smallville, you'll probably like Nam Soon enough. So because it definitely gives me that whole like early 2000s CW superhero show kind of feel. So like I think that's what really drove me to it. I mean, there's literally a scene that's straight out of the Flash where a plane's about to crash, and now Sue has to use her super speed and strength to like stop the plane from crashing. And I was like, this could be like Smallville or Smallville or the Flash, but it was really cool. You can watch the show on Netflix, of course. I think it's fully done. I think it's only one season. But it's like it's really fun so far. Hopefully it sticks to landing. And like I said, it has some plot problems, but if you can ignore that, just have a fun time. It's a really fun show. So there you go.
There we go. Man, of all the topics for which to bounce on, Jake,
It's true.
everything we had after everything we have today, so
it's true.
Yeah, it's what it is. Anyway, you have any final thoughts on this, Jake, before we move on?
I will say K dramas. If you find the right K dramas, they're really entertaining. I like all the limited. Like they don't have. I mean, some shows are multiple seasons, but a lot of the ones are just one seasons and done. They're a lot better to be. So you know.
Gotcha. Is what it is. Anyway, all right, audience. I guess with that we can move on to the next topic. Jake, you want to announce this one? Since I assume you played the Spider-Man games too.
Yeah, I guess it's awesome. There's more his topic than mine.
Okay.
Is not happening. Why? Because we have adopted Japan's ideology of voice actors have to voice the character, or the character doesn't exist at all. I guess. So.
Man. Well, like I just want to play a little devil's advocate. This. Okay, there's an exception to every rule, right, audience? Like, I'll use Adam West's Batman for an example, right? Okay, I can understand like a particular era, maybe.
Right.
I know Adam West Batman. Do you think we'll ever see somebody actually voice that character ever again?
No, definitely not. No, I think but that's because like that. Yeah, like you said, it's like it's his era. That was like his era of Batman. You can't like whenever you make a story about him, it's like digging up his grave and like making somebody else puppet it. But this is just like a version of Venom. This isn't even like the first version that the dude voiced. You know what I mean? So it's like
there have been multiple voice actors for Venom. I'm assuming, Okay, yeah, the one from the '90s animated series. You have what's his name? Spectacular Spider-Man. I assume that was a different voice actor.
He was a good voice actor too. I remember that voice.
I'm just saying I don't understand this mentality of retiring the character. I mean, there is a phrase in show business, audience. It's called "the show must go on." So I can understand maybe it's a too soon moment, like with the situation with the Chadwick Boseman. Okay, like they were gonna get hurt no matter what decision they made, audience.
But, I don't think they would, because we change voice. We used to do it all the time. Like how many shows you grew up with, and they changed voice actors in between like seasons.
Remember Uncle Iroh, Avatar?
Yeah, his voice actor changed. Like imagine if Iroh's character just couldn't last the rest of the series because we lost that one voice actor. For all y'all who are King of the Hill fans,
remember, John Redcorn had two voice actors. The first one died, and then they brought in the other, Jonathan Haas, I believe his name was. I mean,
Right.
yeah, to replace him, you know?
And I
So,
remember that, like, I remember, like, these, like, it's like you could set limits within the thing. Like, maybe their most iconic quote might be off limit. Like, how the actor,
yeah.
like, you know how, like, Uncle Iroh, second voice actor, he didn't want to sing, like, the Leaves from the Vine song. Because
Yeah,
that was, like,
exactly.
he felt that was, like, the other actor's thing.
Yeah.
Um,
And to your point, like with John Redcorn, right, from King of the Hill,
but,
I'm assuming they're gonna get a different voice actor, right? But if they do get a different voice actor, I don't think they will feel comfortable doing the rock and roll aspect of Redcorn, because
right.
that was something that the second voice actor brought in. Because in real life, he did have his own rock and roll band, and they incorporated that into John Redcorn's character. You know,
Yeah.
so yeah.
It's like it's a shame that we're so attached, and this has been a problem for years. I mean, I brought it up too with like the people who are like, I won't watch this if Peter Cullen is an optimist or whatever. That like people are like so attached to things. Not really. They grew up with different voice actors. We used to have a
Yeah.
plethora of voice actors voice the
Uh,
same character across generations, and no one complained about it.
mhm.
For years. I don't know when this started, but
Yeah.
yeah, there needs to be a complaint here, at least in the United States. But
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm just saying, like Joker, Mark Hamill is an iconic Joker voice, but hey, we've seen other voice actors play him. You know.
I was like the dude, like Kevin Conroy is legendary Batman actor, but I really like the dude who was in the New 52 movies. He's a good
Oh,
Batman.
yeah. Did you know he also played Patriot in Ages of Shield?
I did not know that.
Yeah, he went on to play one of the Captain Americas. Jake, how did you feel about that?
Oh, I didn't watch it. Well, I didn't watch Agents of Shield. I just didn't know he was a live action actor like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
He did do some gigs here and there. You know, so
mhm,
yeah. From Batman to Captain America audience, think of it that way. You know,
sure.
wow. What
Yeah.
anyway, so yeah, none of us are happy about. Well, can we say we're not happy if we're
I
not
would
getting
say
more
most
Venom
people aren't
content?
happy. I would be willing to guess because
Hmm.
this is just like it's just, and imagine all the work. You know, maybe it was a vote. Hopefully, it was a vote. I mean, I would disagree with the results, but I hope it was a vote. Because imagine all like the pre-production planning people went through, or like how far the
Hmm.
game got in, just for it to be like nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's like
Yeah,
that's very
that's
that's very upsetting. Yeah.
that's true. And we know Witch is back.
Oh,
Hey,
hey, Witch.
Witch.
Hi. Sorry, my phone
Mm.
was being weird.
You missed
Okay.
our K drama. You missed our K drama talk.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Superheroes in Korea. J Witch.
Super strong women in Korea. Okay.
Hmm. Gotcha. But anyway, we're just about to be finished with this topic. Oh, and look who's back.
Oh,
My
coincidentally.
bad.
Ah, it's all
Uh,
good.
yeah. So you already talk about Tony Todd situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just think that's taking things to the extreme, you
It's
know?
very shitty.
Yeah.
I claim T'Challa's actor.
There's an expression audience called the show must go on, you know. We can understand limitations, this and that, but not to completely retire a character because of that, you
Yeah. So
know?
not only did you fuck over the second game by cutting the DLC, you
Hmm.
fucked over the other part of the story because you decided not do the spinoff game,
Yeah.
which means you had so much random shit to do in the third game to make it
Mhm.
one good story.
Yeah.
You have to
Yeah.
fix everything the second game did to get it to a baseline before you just start the third game story.
Yikes. Yikes. It sounds like the third game is going to be really sloppy. That's what we're saying, audience. So,
Story
yikes.
wise. It
Mhm.
seems like Spider-Man Insomniac fans, and I'm not saying this is good or bad, it is a lot of story in these games. So, but a
Mhm.
lot of Spider-Man fans judge the Spider-Man games based off their story more than the gameplay. I saw a poll
Mhm.
today, and people are like, "Yeah, Spider-Man One's like the fucking better game." I'm like, "Well, I mean, like story-wise, yeah, it's
Yeah,
great." I'll say like
no, even
gameplay-wise,
gameplay wise, I think the gadgets are better in one. The only thing
Mhm.
I'll give two over one is better movability and better freedom in fights. But I don't think that overall makes it a better
I,
experience.
I would say, well, like I said, I don't blame people for story. This because it is a story-heavy game. It'd be like saying like you can judge God of War by the same criteria. But like,
Mhm.
I also think like the pacing of Spider-Man One is just better between gameplay to fighting ratio. I'm just saying it's just like for Spider-Man, like it's crazy. They could add as many advanced mechanics as they want, but it seems like Spider-Man fans will just judge it by the story than anything else. So that's crazy.
Gotcha. But anyway, you guys have any final thoughts on this before we move on?
Yeah, I mean, no.
Okay. All right. With that, we can move on.
The story didn't make me feel like Spider-Man.
Gotcha. Which do you want to do the honors of this one?
Sure, we got our new first look of X-Men 97 season 2. We got some new looks, some new outfits.
Oh yeah, I managed to upload as much photos as I can. So
they all look trash.
Oh. Hey, it's the '90s. Hey, it's the '90s, Austin.
In the '90s, maybe their outfit should be better, if anything. Looks okay, I guess.
Just saying, audience. When you had that episode where Bishop and that other gal came in from a dystopian future to the present, which was the '90s, their costumes and outfits fit right in, and they're
why is Bishop outfit better than everyone here? And this nigga's from the future where everything's fucked up.
Oh yeah, I guess you know.
Look at that mask makes no sense. That's trash.
Austin, you know what would have made Bishop's look more better? If he kept that mullet. Come on.
Didn't we talk about this before?
Yeah. 90s needed somebody with a mullet.
No, we knew what Bishop and the main team were like, but we got a whole lot of new people in this pictures. Like we got Lorna's team, and then we got the X-Force, and then it was another people released. I forgot too.
There were a lot of pictures in that audience, and I couldn't upload all of them. You know,
you could have. You didn't want to.
Hey! If only I had somebody else to take up 5% of all the setup. You know, just 5%. You know, I used to have one audience. I used to have someone.
I think it's strange that we see Archangel here, despite them keep repeatedly saying they're moving away from the Apocalypse storyline. You remember that, right? Like all the articles and them saying they moved away because that was the other guy's plan.
Yeah, I forgot his name at this point. To be honest, audience, I'm sure he's going
Bo something.
Bo the Mayo, yeah. I'm sure he's going to be popping up once this show comes out.
Yeah, we know he's going to pop up the hate. This man probably going to do a podcast episode every issue.
On his OnlyFans, you know, he's probably, if this season bombs, he's going to say, well, it's because they changed all the stuff that I did. But if the season succeeds,
if it's good, he's going to say they kept my stuff. 100%.
Yep. So,
Cable looks terrible. I don't think I like any of these outfits, bro.
Wait, isn't that the same design he had from the show?
I didn't like it then either.
Oh, I guess you hate the 90s.
I like the style they went with, but the colors are trash. Just like how I feel reading One Piece when you see they'll give you a great design. You see the color scheme, like this is terrible.
Oh, sorry, it's too bright for your eyes, man.
It's not about the bright. It's about the fact that his shirt part is blue, but his pants is that color. He has the metallic arm, and the other arm is a whole different color. And he has like the freaking apocalypse neck thing. And I'm like, what am I looking at?
It's a dystopian future. You wear what you can. There isn't exactly a Forever 21 out there, you know.
I don't know, bro. That don't stop the colorist from making the colors better, okay?
Gotcha. Let's see.
I lost this here.
Yeah. I guess they're going to keep the version of her that was from the show, you know. So it's been a while since I saw that, so she's still gonna have a role.
And don't forget, the picture you didn't upload has the New Mutants in it.
Oh, true.
We know Liliana, Wolfsbane, and everybody but Cannonball was in the photo.
This is the other picture.
Everybody but Cannonball and Danny was in the photo.
Oh, that's true. Oh, dude, I swear when I saw this,
and I just don't recognize him for the city outfit.
Gotcha. Multiple man, strong man, Polaris. I don't know who that person in the top center is.
I didn't know either.
Yeah. Dude, when I saw this picture, I was like thinking, wait, did they just bring Gambit back? Because
I thought it was Gambit too. It might be Cannibal. Yeah. I really don't know.
I was like, oh wow, that would have been one way to stick it up to the Mayo from the creative team. If they just brought in Gambit. Willingly.
Well, we figured they were always gonna bring Gambit back. We just originally he was gonna be the Horseman of Death Gambit, but they went with the story.
Yep.
So I don't know, man. I think this is gonna be too much. I think this is gonna lead to people complaining. People will complain that Storm didn't get her correct due in season 1 by her being in almost every episode and have her own fucking storyline. Imagine now where you have like 20 main X-Men people.
Wait, was it the haircut she had with the mohawk that people were complaining about?
No, people were complaining. People online were complaining, saying that the X-Women in the original season didn't get a lot compared to the men, despite most of the most impactful things involving them, or involving Magneto and Xavier, because they're Magneto and Xavier.
Yeah. I mean, I personally didn't look at it that way, but I mean,
it wasn't.
Yeah,
people were mad that people were like, oh yeah, Cyclops is cool. But I'm not talking about Storm. We're talking about Storm for 20 years. Let's talk about fucking Cyclops.
This is why, and okay, so their solution is we're going to add a whole bunch more mutants and X-Men team here, right? You know, you all have to realize if you keep adding all your favorite mutants, you're going to be competing against yourself for screen time. You know,
there's a reason they have 20 books, and then people get mad at like. That's why X-Men has 20 books, and then X-Men fans get mad that someone get canceled or don't drop off. If y'all got so many characters, niggas ain't buying 20 books.
Exactly, you know.
If you're not into X-Men, I promise you, I'm not randomly checking out X Factor then. I'm sorry to tell you that.
Yep.
I don't care what random mutants is on the team.
You have to trim the fat somewhere, audience. You have to trim the fat. So is what.
That's also why I think mutants would get better in their own universe. I think if you did the X-Men universe over and actually plan this shit out, it could have had its own fucking phase thing, like Marvel. Because there's too many of them motherfuckers.
But then you're gonna have this section of the fan base going like, "No, we want to see the X-Men back incorporated into the Marvel universe." You know, so
you're gonna have that anyway. But I'd rather you do that, and then everyone can have their own thing, than being like in the middle of Marvel. People complain about people not being used now in Marvel. Can you imagine when they want 100 fucking different X-Men?
I know, man.
Niggas like when Phantasy 4 come out, I promise you, when Phantasy 4 2 come out, whether it's good or bad, people gonna be mad it was an X-Men film.
Wow. It's a damned if you do, damned if you don't scenario. So, what you do? But all right, then. Any final thoughts on this, guys? Which do you have any
outfits are trash. Look at Cyclops. Why is this outfit blue and white? You can't keep the shades yellow and red. They put on a brown coat and an outfit.
And any critiques on these costumes? Which do you see any future cosplays of these? Which is out. So
good. You know what in this.
Gotcha. So anyway, final thoughts, Austin, before we move on.
Please let's go to the next thing. I don't want to look at these things anymore.
Gotcha. Go ahead, Austin. This is your
say the director's name. No. Say the director's name.
Oh, Zach Krieger's Resident Evil.
So this is controversial because there's a whole situation here going on. The director himself had actually said he's not based on any of the games. He's not using game characters. He said it probably on like 2 zombie scenes in the whole show.
What?
Yeah. He said like a lot of crazy shit. Yeah. And people were mad. And his fans, people know this man is a horror. I want to say he's good. A great horror guy. But he had 2 hits. Yeah. He had 2 hits. Yeah. He's good with the natural audience when it comes to like horror films. Okay. The hardcore audience doesn't really care about the guy. Mm-hmm. He did The Barbarian and he did Weapons.
Okay.
I don't know if you watched any of those. The Barbarians were better than Weapons for me. Weapons had like just a really funny moment. Weapons was pretty mid to the ending, but the ending was 10 out of 10 funny.
Oh, okay.
They chased his old lady out of the house where it's funny shit.
The chase scene, if you watch the movie, that chase scene is fucking funny, bro.
But so his approach for Resident Evil is going to be drastically different. And then he started saying other stuff like, "Oh, this takes place during Resident Evil 2. This is supposed to be Raccoon City." Motherfucker, why is it snowing? Would have been Raccoon City during the time like 20 times. It wasn't fucking snowing. Why did you do that?
That's true.
Man, it feels like
it was a random snow day. You know, like in Georgia, there's like
it's October. It's mid-October.
It was really cold.
It's mid-October in the middle of the fucking country.
It was really cold. That's fall.
I'm just trying to understand his logic. So he wants this to be original, but at the same time, he's still
He
placing
wanted
this in
in
an
the game
iconic
universe,
setting.
but not connected to the people, the characters of the game.
Which is possible. Resident Evil
Which is
games are
possible.
Resident
But
Evil
then
games.
don't have it take place in Raccoon City, nigga.
Right. And also, like, Resident Evil games are really self-contained. A lot of them don't rely on the other that much. Unless you're following Chris's storyline, you kind of do need to know what's going on with Wesker a little bit. But like, the other ones, the other is kind of independent.
It's kind of like this. Leon, Jill has her own storyline. Chris has his own storyline. So when they pop up, you gotta know what's going on with them.
Right.
But you don't have to like go every game to figure out what's happening.
Right, but Leon and any of the other spin-off characters, they don't. They kind of thing to thing. Yeah.
Look, I'm just looking at the past adaptations of Resident Evil, and thinking every single time they tried to kind of make their own thing as opposed to the source material, it hasn't really worked well for them.
It's so fucking crazy because out of every video game franchise there is, Resident Evil is the easiest one. It's the easiest fucking one. Just do the cutscenes and add something else. That's about all you got.
That's my problem with the last movie. People don't remember the last movie, Welcome to Raccoon City, where they randomly combined the first game and the second game together into a movie.
Right.
People look at that and say, "Look, if you follow the game, stuff like this, they follow the games perfectly. Y'all hated it. Yeah, because this shit was ass. None of these characters act like the characters.
Right. Resident Evil 1 and 2 are not together. You might be able to do 2 and 3
at the same time. These characters shouldn't even know each other, let alone be in the same scene.
The whole plot of 2 is to figure out. Is a character needs to figure out what happened in 1. That was her whole plot line.
You saw the peak of. You saw people loving Leon and made that nigga a fucking loser.
Oh, isn't that the one where they made they kept the Hispanic to play Leon?
Yeah.
God.
Oh. He didn't have the Justin Bieber haircut.
Wow.
But the idea that you want to do your own self-contained story in Resident Evil is fine. My problem with everything and why I want to talk about it was the regular horror fans are fighting the Resident Evil fans about it. Like they don't have a right to be mad.
It's not even that.
It's not for you. If you're telling me as a Resident Evil fan that you're not making any of this game for me and it's for regular horror, I have a right to be fucking mad.
I'm glad you said that because I actually want to bring this up because I've heard this multiple times for different franchises. If you make a franchise with a fan base already installed from a prior thing, you no longer get to say this isn't for you. Okay? I'm sorry. Your references, the title, the characters, and nostalgia, that all comes from the fan. You're doing that for the fans. That's the only reason it's there.
You had no reason to make this Resident Evil. It's like you had a whole different film and you just needed a name. You struggled with funding. If you want to call this Zach Krieger dude in a shack, that's your property. No one can say nothing about it, all right? When you say Zach Krieger's Resident Evil, you are saying, I want Resident Evil fans to see this shit. That's what you're saying. That is what you're telling people. So far, it's like a regular, boring, I'm going to say boring, a regular zombie film, but you said there's only 2 scenes, so I guess you showed us both scenes in this fucking trailer. And then we see you have a new enemy type, new stalker type enemy type. Like, whatever the fuck that is, that's not what the T virus does. You can't say it takes place in Raccoon City during the games. And then create something that doesn't make sense for the fucking virus. Right. That virus. We know what the virus does, but I've seen it 17 times. It mutates animals and people to like a realistic people together. Right. It doesn't fuse people together. No. Yeah, it doesn't fuse people together. It mutates people into like zombies. Like it decomposes their bodies, basically. Or like it makes them big. It makes like animals bigger or more feral. That's about as crazy as it gets. Anything that's crazier than that is deliberate, like a tyrant, like Nemesis or like Mr. X or like the Super Tyrant. That's deliberate. And but if people don't know what scene I'm talking about, there's a scene where he's looking at a door, and you see like legs go up the door frame and all around door frame and shit. It clearly looks like a fused human monster thing. Now maybe that's a dream sequence, but that's just a waste. That's a dream sequence. Sure, right, but like that fundamentally goes. That's another thing that fundamentally goes into what you're trying to achieve. Right. If you don't want to make your own thing, you could just said, "I'm making my own thing." Resident Evil. Don't actively say it takes place number 2. I wouldn't even say it's Resident Evil. It doesn't even look like Resident Evil. Like I would have been okay with someone having a different take on Resident Evil and it still just be by official
what I
zombies.
mean is
I would
like
have been okay with that.
what I mean
But
is
that's
like
not what you're doing. You're telling us in the game, so go by the game rules of the virus.
what I mean is like Resident Evil has like even when it left like the old campy stuff, it has like an aesthetic, and this movie doesn't even have the Resident Evil aesthetic. You know, like Resident Evil again. I guess up until like even 9 brought it
I
back.
hope I didn't mind it though, because it's supposed to be just from like we get like another version like the Ethan situation where he's just a regular random ass dude.
Right, but Ethan was still like over the top silly. Like that whole plot is silly. It is supposed to be. Like it's not. You're not supposed to really take it seriously.
I hate that guy though.
Yeah, I do hate him. I don't like Ethan. I really don't. I've heard an argument for Ethan's character. I still don't like him. But I will say like
him or his wife, but we'll say that for the other day.
Yeah. Resident Evil has like a aesthetic where it's like it's scary, but like if you thought about it for 2 seconds, it's supposed to be
It's
silly.
still a 90s action or 90s
right,
story.
even when it tries to move out
bad.
of it. Especially Resident Evil 9, and people know the scene, like the motorcycle chase in Resident Evil 9. That's what Resident Evil.
They got Leon parrying missiles, nigga.
Right. So
he's parrying missiles credit with an axe.
Right. Yeah. So like if you want to do Resident Evil 7, that's fine, but like it's still got to be silly. It's got to be a little bit over the top. The Bakers are just fun. They're scary, but they're funny.
Yeah, bro, Jack's hilarious. Jack is probably my favorite person who isn't a fucking tyrant, bro. He's a dude's great. That's a villain.
So it's like I'm just sick of it. Like Resident Evil. Like if you're making a Resident Evil movie, I give you less passes than like even a Sonic movie because it's like, bro, like,
for you to keep fucking it up,
right? And there's too many. You have 3 different iterations. You have like the old 90s classic horror movie. You got like the 2000s action movie you could do, or you have like the new horror aesthetic. Like I don't know how you did do any of
I would be totally fine with someone starting at Ethan and then just going back and forth depending on when they want to do it.
Right. So, but I don't know. I'm just kind of frustrated with this. I'm frustrated with the movie adaptations. This gets no excuse for me. It gets really no excuse.
Like I said, I think it's going to be one of those movies where like, oh, this is a great horror film, but it's a bad Resident Evil film.
Right. But I think people can separate that different. I think my problem is that, like there is no difference. Like if it's a great film, people are just be like, well, this is good. This is like Resident Evil.
That's my problem. Yeah. And the LARPers who don't really care about Resident Evil is going to see it and be like, oh, this is the best Resident Evil film of all time.
Right.
And I'm like, this is not Resident Evil. This is a zombie film. That'd be like saying Dawn of the Dead, the best Resident Evil film, because it got zombies in it.
Right. Dawn of the Dead is closer to a Resident Evil movie than this looks like.
Walking Dead, the best Resident Evil I ever played. Like, what?
But I don't know. Crypt, did you see the trailer?
To be honest, like I watched like about 10 seconds of the trailer, didn't really catch my interest. But then when I also heard that comments made by the director, I'm like, nah, I think pass. So.
It's weird to me because he hyped up. I remember him hyping himself up as being like a fan, and I know they all do this, but he's hyping up as being a fan. He's already done like a good horror story already. So I was like, okay, this I don't see how it could be this off the mark,
Mm-hmm. I gotta say he has to be really confident in his product if he's ballsy enough to make those comments, So
I just don't understand why they have to lie. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Or like if something's not going to sound right, like, oh, there's only 2 zombie scenes in the movie. Don't say that. Like if I'm the director of a film, also there's some process I'm not aware of. Why are you just telling people there's just 2 zombie scenes? That's already bad marketing for you. Like, why would you say that?
I don't know like this hope behind it where people are like, oh yeah, but Resident Evil 7 doesn't have that stuff. Nigga, the mold are just zombies. They're literally people brought back to life. They just look like regular zombies.
It's true.
Every regular game have regular niggas that come back to life, and they have like the tyrant class monster, and then the main monster. That literally.
And then it also bothers me that Umbrella now has because if that leg thing is true, and there's like this random fat dude at the end of the hallway. Yeah, it's like so Umbrella has.
There's a random really fat guy credited, and he looks like the big guy from Blade 1. If you remember that,
he's just being like a fucking Snorlax at the end of the sewers. And my thing is like. So Umbrella had a more advanced virus and just stuck with the T virus by the time he gets to 2?
You see that leg thing? It's like, you should have had a whole lot of more of these out here. Right. You stuck with like the regular tyrant. This will do something to people.
Right.
This is terrifying.
I don't know. It's very dumb. I don't even know what this even adds to the Raccoon City story. either because it's not like this virus has to be terrible. Maybe it's like a defective virus.
I think my problem is like if you're gonna have it set during 2, I wouldn't have it at the same time. I'll probably do it between 2 and 3.
Yeah, the 10
like
days.
right before have it be following one of the people that Jill ends up running to right when they died.
Right.
And that'll be like the twist at the end of the movie, leading to the next film following Jill with him. I'll do something interesting like that. Don't tell me this is the same city. Have it look nothing like the city. And then it'll be like, oh well, everything else and the nukes is going. He said he didn't know when the nuke took place.
That's crazy.
Whoa.
Okay, if you don't know, Raccoon City happened. Jill got knocked out. 2 happened, and then like 1 day or 2 later, she woke up, and then right when she got done, the city got nuked.
Right.
This dude said he didn't know when the nuke happened. You're 1 day away from dying, bro.
Right.
That might not even be in a film because the dude didn't know what happened.
Wait, I thought like 2 and 3 was a 10-day difference. I thought it was a 10-day difference between 2 and 3.
I don't fucking remember. But the point is, it's really close.
Yeah.
Don't tell me they're making a Resident Evil movie set right when they did not know when the bombs drop.
Yeah, it's not like they don't talk about it in every game since 3. Oh my God, Raccoon City.
Raccoon City getting bombed, the biggest event.
You can't get someone to shut the fuck up about Raccoon City in Resident Evil.
For example, like doing an Avengers project, like damn, when did Loki invade again?
They used to do that too. They used to do that. I remember they used to be every movie. These are things have been the same since New York. They did that like Captain America. I think Iron Man.
And Daredevil. Daredevil bringing up it.
Yeah. For instance, it would be like if you introduced an event like the snap, and then like people just stop caring very quickly. That would be what that would be like. That would be a bad example of what not to do. Yeah, I don't know. This movie doesn't seem like it's gonna be good Resident Evil. So so.
Not the first Resident Evil movie I passed on, so yeah.
You
know,
it's crazy to think that the very first one we got with Alice is probably one of the better ones.
The one that was originally supposed to be a prequel to the first game is the best one.
Right.
Yeah, the whole Alice storyline thing was supposed to be a prequel to the first game. Yes. And then the movie took off and they said, fuck all that.
I also think the second one's also pretty entertaining too. I actually like
I disagree.
I think it's good. I just think it's entertaining. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Also, I do want to bring this up right before we move on. The idea that Resident Evil 1, the movie, was going to be a prequel to the first game is ridiculous. You know, that Jill team sent a whole other team before them. They got wiped out and then said, fuck it, just in the next team.
Right.
That's what happened. They went to the picture manager, died, and said, I guess send Chris in them.
I did like how they did a roundabout way to explain where Nemesis' origin story, though. That was kind of cool.
Bro, that Nemesis was like 5 feet, so I think I was the tallest that Nemesis.
but see, like then you put the virus in him, and he's like real Nemesis.
He was sitting on a regular gurney, bro. I don't know. Let's move on.
Gotcha. All right, then, audience. I guess with that, we can move on to the next topic. And sorry, Witch, it's another Spider-Man topic. You want to do the honors?
Spider-Man Brand New Day. They reveal the script for the first page for some reason.
Oh boy!
It wasn't a leak. They just did it.
They said spoilers don't matter.
So the first scene, I guess, because they want to show you the Marvel logo flip, showing the memories of with MJ and them that Peter is no longer in and how they changed.
Oh, okay.
So we get to see him, I guess, being cut out of pictures or MJ and them investigating like the Mysterio thing, just not seeing having Peter there and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, there's a Back to the Future reference. Peter vanishing like Marty. Okay. When he had that photo, remember he had the photo from the future and he was like vanishing from it. He had to fix that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're not fixing this.
For the first time, Peter is entirely alone. Peter's small in frame and they do a lot of stuff with the camera to make him look smaller and more sad with camera work, which is very appreciated. We see the first thing he says is the whole thing from the trailer where he's like reading that note, where he's like, "Hi, my name's Peter Parker," blah blah, that whole speech.
Yeah,
and it cut to him revealing. Let me make sure I get this right. Apparently he still has a AI, but it's not AI like how Friday and stuff was.
Okay.
They need, as much as people just want to be like, oh, why can't you have him talk to himself? You got to admit that shit goes stupid. It's cool to see in a comic book because it's like one page you move on.
Wait, so are they already gonna borrow something from the Ultimate Spider-Man comic?
Well, he already had the AI. He just he already had the AI even in No Way Home. Remember, he just couldn't connect to it. It's not connected to anything because he got kicked out of the Stark thing. So I think it seems like he's just talking to one that he made out of what was left of that.
I think it's all him talking to himself, and it's fine. People talk to themselves in real life.
No. I'm talking for the whole film.
Well, I wouldn't do it for the whole film. I just do it a little.
No, I'm saying I understand. I'll be fine with him seeing talking to himself and figuring stuff out.
Right.
But because they want him to mostly be alone a lot of these times, since they have someone to bounce off to, they're doing the little AI thing again. But I think it worked well in Homecoming. And as long as he made it himself, I don't see a problem with it.
Well, I'm not arguing that there's a bad idea. I'm just saying, I think that I would have added more if he was talking to himself. I think, if this is the first movie where he just starts doing it, I think that adds to the fact that he has no one to talk to, and that adds to the loneliness.
To be fair, based on this, it don't seem like he's actually talking back to him.
Okay.
It just seems like it's something to aim his dialogue towards.
Yeah. Gotta say,
but even right here, it says, sadly, the closest thing Peter has to a friend.
Okay, yeah.
It doesn't say it is a friend, so I don't think it has a personality like Friday or Jarvis.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Doctor Who did this, it did it with Tennant in one of the episodes where he had no one to bounce off of, and so he just wound up talking to himself, and then one time he realized he was doing it, he just got released. Like that, I think, I'm just saying. But yeah, it works. It works. So
Peter's eyes started to wander to his dresser, and it's Ned's Lego Emperor figurine from Homecoming. Yeah. And I was like, "Nigga, you steal that?" Because think about from Ned's point of view, they don't know each other, so I think he stole that from.
Oh wow!
Yeah, but I saved the universe. I deserve it. All right.
I mean, it sounds like the person's always slandering me as a criminal. I might as well steal something,
But Peter voice over. We used to know each other. We worked together. This is him still reading a homemade note. But here it still says he has his homemade fabricator. So people don't know.
Oh boy.
The fabricator was the thing that Tony used to make his suit. Peter's suit. And I think Peter made one of his own.
Okay.
And I'm fine with this to a degree because as much as niggas want him to sit down and sew a suit,
bro, he's poor.
A lot of people don't have that skill anymore, bro.
No.
Especially random teenage boys.
He's fucking broke, dog. I don't know how much else gonna go.
No. He's broke, but I don't mind him repurposing the old Stark stuff into something on his own.
That's what I'm saying. No, that's what I mean. I if I'm broke, my mentality is that I can make something that does it for me. I just do it. I would not waste time dealing with this every day if I'm smart enough to make it.
I'm just thinking I thought this was supposed to be a fresh start, but you're digging so much things from the past 3 movies.
I think it's fine because we're about to take away his
start in his mentality. He has no one to talk to. He has no friends. Right. He's living in a shitty apartment and stuff. Mm-hmm. But he made this stuff so he can still be Spider-Man all the time. Mm-hmm. It's not realistic for a person who has nothing to be able to do what he needs, to be Spider-Man the whole time, and still be at a Ford apartment and shit like that.
Right.
Just saying, it worked out for Tobey Maguire. He was able to
sell. Yeah, because he still has aunt he was getting money from.
Right.
Peter doesn't have that. He can't even connect her life insurance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You gotta remember, so he has to work a job and then immediately go do Spider-Man stuff until he's dead tired, based on what we're getting.
Okay.
I like that. I know people going to complain about it, but I think it's fine. Like that, as long as it says he built it, I don't have a problem with. Peter is supposed to be a genius, like a young Reed Richards type character. After seeing this stuff and having this stuff before, thanks to Tony, I don't mind him remaking it himself to a smaller degree.
I also because we're about to take away his web shooter, and if you're okay with him losing the web shooters, he needs to be smart some other way. You know what I mean? That's supposed to be his thing.
You take away his web shooter with me, you're taking away him using any type of mechanical web thing, the electro webs, concrete webs, all this other stuff. So him making this other type unique stuff around the house, I think it's fine.
Also, people don't have a problem if it breaks character if it's Tobey Maguire shit. I'm just saying, but whatever.
I understand. Will's ultimate Spider-Man, everyone's sucking his dick.
Right. All right.
Whatever it is. Yeah, they revealed this. The only thing he has Even like in the top corner, it says all he does is in his room, it's empty. He has no like stuff on the wall. He has just a really small TV. All he does is work. He dedicates all his time to being Spider-Man. And they even say it right here: no more Stark money or gadgets. All his tech needs to be made by Peter.
Okay.
Which is a great
So-
substitute for the losing the web shooters. I think that's a good idea that he has to make, that he's making tech. We're focusing on that aspect more.
Yeah, like I said, since it always served to think of being him being able to be Spider-Man full time without having any real reason to stop. Oh, my suit's messed up. Just turn on the fabricator real quick. I can get right back to work. I think it helps push the overworked narrative.
Yeah.
He can't even like, bro. He can't even like sit down to sew a suit. To be fair,
I also will add that, like, for anyone complaining about it, like, Tony was his mentor, right? And like the whole idea of like even his new suit is like it's a combination of all his mentors. So the idea that he's taking away from everybody who's taught him in his life to some degree.
and they just said fuck Iron Man.
Right. It's just kind of crazy to me because fuck Iron Man, because the fans don't like it regardless of how it's written, but whatever. As long as Doc Ock does it, it's better. So
yeah, when they Leo sucking up Doc Ock randomly in the movie, everyone was okay with it. But
Right.
And I just thought it was interesting because like usually, we'll get got the scene itself, but to give us a script with your full notes on it, that's kind of crazy.
It's Spider-Man. You gonna watch the movie anyway? Not you, but I mean like everybody else gonna watch the movie.
I would, but they don't mean Spider-Man.
I'm just wondering, guys, is there going to be any surprises in this movie when we finally watch it at this point?
Yeah, it don't matter. People watch it. It's going to make $1 billion, bro.
I think doing this way is probably the best. I'll tell you now, people waited and thought he was just poor broke and they saw the fabricator in the movie. I think people would just be mad.
Right.
Yeah. Gotcha.
That's also the way you do.
Time to feel like temper their stuff before
that's how you deal with controversy effectively. You just get the shit that people are gonna be mad at out the way, and then once they sell it, you finally fucking watch it. That's how you do it.
Gotcha.
I bet you there's still surprises in this movie. We still haven't got. We know what Tombstone was like. We have to talk about this stuff.
Yeah.
But everybody still don't. Haven't seen that picture. But I still bet you they're probably going to do the other scene where you see the big ass spider. Because they said man spider was too scary, but why Peter transformed to a thing like that. But that doesn't stop a dream sequence of the other in that whole situation.
Dude, that's so wrong.
And they still have like the stuff of Whiting.
Did we talk about we're not getting the man spider because people were scared because they were worried about test audiences?
Well, they said they'll probably scare kids, and I'm fine with that.
I'm not. I actually. I think as a kid I would fucking love that shit. I don't know about the general kids.
No. My problem was more like, why do y'all care? Y'all weren't gonna get it anyway.
Right.
The story is the other. We're not doing Man Spider.
Man,
we weren't doing it from the start.
Man,
you just
Punisher
we're doing Man Spider. You're mad. We're not doing it.
Punisher here, bro. I want the scene where he tries to fight the Man Spider. The Man Spider.
How about we get the scene where he tries to punch Peter and break his hand?
That will be funny too. But I think nothing will be for me. The Injustice scene where the movie where Batman punches Superman and he breaks his hand immediately. Superman's like, "Show me your hand." He's like, "Let me see." Don't be you. Come on, give it to me.
I really like the Spider-Man scene because Spider-Man went after Frank because Frank used a web shooter that he found to kill a person. He was like, "Frank, don't even try, bro." And then because we both know, he starts punching Peter, broke both his hands. Like, it's gonna take a lot more than what you got to do something. But honestly, I think I would prefer Man Spider, but you're already doing the other. That's going to be a scary scene if they do it correctly.
Yeah.
Man Spider is kind of horrifying. I'm not trying to go there and see some big morphous.
Yeah, but you hate spiders. That's different.
Exactly, nigga. I'm going to see this movie as a horror film regardless. But my point is, people saw the stuff from the other and said, "Oh, it's Man Spider." And then got mad when he said, "We're not doing Man Spider."
So they're just gonna
even if they say it wasn't too scary, you just went to the theater like, "Oh, it's Man. We didn't get Man Spider. We weren't doing it."
So they're just gonna make Peter look like a giant.
Well, apparently they weren't. For them to say we're not doing it, for them to even point it out means that was an idea on the board and they just chose not to do it. So apparently we were at some point.
To be fair, like I said, I can see why you would think that with the other storyline because it's about him evolving. And then he sees the giant spider. Was like, "Hey, yo, nigga, be a spider. Come on, bro."
I think it
Be
would
a
have been cool.
spider.
I think it would have been cool thematically because also it just shows like it's like the ultimate like Peter has worked himself into
I don't
this.
think you waste that movie. I don't think you waste that on this. Though. I think you waste that like Michael Morbius or some other villain.
I think you would because
That's
I
how I
don't think
get
it'd be
you
a
more.
wait because I would well I don't know what they're gonna do. To be fair, I need to know what they're gonna do with MJ and Ned first before I even say anything. But like that would or like if he's even gonna get a friend group at all. So like I guess that would be but I would write it to where like his friends have to help him save him to
No,
remind him
fuck
that you
all
need
that,
people.
bro.
Yeah. So
I ain't trying to see a fucking friendship power up. Okay,
man,
if I do a Man Spider, I want it to be with another villain who evolved with that horrible shit, or I want it to be versus what's your guy name? The inheritor guy,
Mm.
Morlun.
Oh,
Because I would love for you to fight Morlun, and Morlun start beating his ass. He like eats his eye, you know, the whole scene, and then he just Man Spiders out. Yo, he goes full into the spider.
I just like the idea that
Yeah,
Peter's
Man
doing
Spider.
all the idea that Peter's doing all this hard work, and meanwhile people are like, "Man, Daredevil will save us."
I just don't want to waste Man Spider on the fucking hand of all people.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens when it comes. So, anyway, you guys any final thoughts before we move on?
His AI is called EV, by the way.
EV.
And I hope they explain why. Because that seems like some random ass letters based on this. Like, why is this EV for him?
Isn't that a reference to Wally? Oh no, it's Eva.
What was the one he had in Homecoming called?
Was it Friday? Didn't he just take? No, it wasn't Friday. He took another one.
Yeah.
It's not. I forgot what his name
Let
was.
me see.
Anyway,
Yeah,
all right.
yeah.
I think
Well, you
we
find
can
out
put
the
that.
next
We
one.
can move on. So,
Karen.
which if you're still with us, you want to you want to announce this? Oh, we completely lost which.
No, Marvel voices the Handicap Avengers Assemble this month. You wouldn't believe it, y'all.
The Handicap Avengers. Oh wow!
They
On
said
the
if you
nose.
have a disability, it's time to line up for your check.
Wow! Wow!
I don't know. I get they're doing this. I hate how performative these issues are. Because we know they're only doing it to cash in on the fact that it's Disability Month. We want to get more people disability-free comics, I guess. Here go your disability heroes. Look at them. Knowing damn well they're not. Most of these people aren't getting another book for like 7 years.
Yeah, I think just putting a voices label on anything is just dulled the event. You know, like
It definitely makes it less special.
Yeah, I mean, this whole thing started years ago with "Love Is Love," and then just got a corporate mass factory assembly line. You know, I'm even looking at some of the variant covers that are going to come out of this. Nothing
Jake,
seems to really pop. You know.
Jake, you're still here. Can you look up this issue and tell us who this chick is with the sword?
What sort?
Marvel voices Disability Pride Month characters.
Yeah,
but I really hate the fact that they just chose like other than that chick we don't know. They chose like the main people know with disabilities. Daredevil didn't need a fourth book this month.
Well, I mean, these are just going to be this is going to be a one shot, though.
I know, but that's you could have used it to introduce people to characters with disabilities they didn't know had disabilities, not the main people.
I guess
maybe Knight here because he's missing an arm. You have the greatest robot arm of all time. You did not miss your real hand. You're not convincing me you do.
But you can't feel things as good as your real
yes,
hand.
You can. She can, but that's my problem. She can. Specifically, she can.
Okay. But yeah, I guess
if he was the Winter Soldier, then sure, because he was forcefully, given an arm and stuff. But she took it, and she had like state of the art, modern day good guy scientist arm. Like she can feel stuff. She can melt. She has anti-vibranium in her arm just because she's black.
Oh,
she can melt Bucky's arm if she wanted to.
I forgot about that tidbit, audience. So yeah.
Like you feel like the least disability person here. At least Daredevil's still blind. He might have super, but he's still blind. He's still stuff he still can't see. She can do everything. Like nothing changed for her. She just got better.
Yeah. Yeah, as far as this lineup goes, I think they just put these characters in because they still want to be able to at least somewhat sell this comic. Because
I think you do it with Daredevil. I don't see anyone buying this issue, but simply because like Echo's here.
Well, okay, Echo, of course.
Hawkeye,
Hawkeye,
maybe.
yeah, maybe.
Misty Knight,
maybe.
yeah, she has a crowd. I'll give her that.
Yeah.
And she's been in Miles Morales' book for a while, so they probably people there might pick her up.
Gotcha. Echo is just probably here because they're like, okay, we need one notable.
I feel like they struggle to use people who want Moon Knight. They just started throwing names at the wall. Well, Echo was in the show a while back. Yeah, just throwing.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of like other famous handicapped characters. Well, would you put Charles Xavier in here? I know it's been a while since he's been in a wheelchair, but
I think you could have done something interesting with that, though. His disability specifically, like you did, like you said in the '80s, maybe have him meet like another handicapped mutant in a way. I think you could do a lot with that because of the mutant allegory and stuff.
Oh, there you go. You know?
But like with Echo, we know she's deaf. You gave her a few books. She didn't need to be here. Give it to. It should have been like Daredevil. I probably let you keep Hawkeye, but then it should have like all people like the girl in the back who we don't know who she is, or we didn't know the character had a disability. It's not taught about a lot.
Yeah.
Like Aurora, her DID, that which wanted, or like because there's still people who didn't know until the Hawkeye show that they're like Hawkeye, was deaf.
Yeah.
Or was going deaf.
To be fair, I think that was just wasn't that something that just recently became a thing with Hawkeye? Like in
the comics, he was up for like since the '80s.
Oh, since the '80s. Oh, okay.
It was just in Avengers. They only brought it up. I want to say it was like a scene in Endgame where it hinted at it, and then it was confirmed in his show.
Okay. That was hearing damage she suffered.
It was because all the explosions going right off to the next of the ear.
Yep.
But so it with the crowd you picked up, and the other girl just feels kind of conformative. You pick people with the most well-known disabilities that people know and already seen how they deal with it, compared to the ones with like disabilities that people don't know and don't know how they deal with it. And that's what these stories are about, highlighting the negatives the perceived negatives that these moments have, but showing how they still do good regardless.
Yep.
I don't need to see that with Daredevil. He has 4 books.
The most famous. Well, I mean, it's undisputed.
Misty Knight's hand doesn't change anything for her. Echo still acts like a regular person. She's been Ronin.
I still remember how, they put that in at the last minute. Like, there was literally a part where Ronin was flying the Quinjet, and Ronin understood what Iron Man was saying, but then, wait, is that supposed to be Echo? How?
Because everyone had guessed it was like Hawkeye.
Yeah. If that was Echo this whole time, how come? I know she reads lips, so how is she able to understand that what Iron Man was saying? So didn't make sense. I'm just trying to think of other famous handicapped heroes out there. I just really can't think of any poster boy characters that would sell. I mean, can you think of any?
Like I said, you could have did the Winter Soldier and showed how him after the brainwashing, trying to just having one one arm that's metal and stuff. That could have been an interesting story to tell.
I mean, he technically is
Doctor Strange. Technically, he has the nerve damaged hands.
I just want to say, he technically is a wounded veteran. He could have gone.
Doctor Strange with the nerve hand triggers.
Wait, I thought that was fixed.
It's not fixed.
Oh, okay. I thought
it's more like he can use magic to maintain it sometimes, but that kind of depends on the run.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Sun Spider, who uses crutches.
It just cannot be anything like her debut issue.
I guess that's true.
I think that was basically she was written as she will get offended if you open the door for her, but at the same time she will get offended if you don't open the door for her.
Hell, you could do something that fake ass Sentry girl you wanted to do.
Oh, I forgot about her. But yeah, they really don't want to do anything with those characters going forward.
You had the lizard. You could have told another lizard story.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, I'm just really trying. And we're really scraping at the bottom of the barrel here for characters it could have done.
It's because a lot of the ones who have it, who have stuff they don't focus on, or they don't get books often, so you don't know. That's my point. Is
Yeah.
you should have people like Aurora and stuff here, so people can know that stuff, and then you actually talk about it.
Yeah, that's true. But it is what it is. Hopefully,
I don't
maybe
need
they'll do
a story about Daredevil dealing with him being deaf. It's been I seen it.
Yep. Well, hopefully they'll get their shit together next.
Also,
Next
why Hobgoblin? Y'all been coming like shit. This the crowd you going after?
Wow, the villain that's only going after handicapped heroes audience. Wow.
I'm saying like this is the guy that some people even prefer the Green Goblin. It's like you do him. He's a Spider-Man villain. Why is he here? You didn't even put a Spider-Man in. You did when you fuck with Daredevil into the New York situation again? That was just in New York. He's just here.
That's to be fair. Every now and then, Daredevil goes up against a Spider-Man villain, you know. So
I know. I'm like all these people have been meeting up at like the disabled convention or something, and Hobgoblin came in the fight.
Hey, would Stiltman be considered a disabled character? I forgot. Since she has Stiltman.
Technically, yeah.
Yeah.
It depends on which one. There's like 5 of them motherfuckers now.
And they all are equally lame audience.
The original one's dead. That man was like that Iron Man found dude on a different planet, but he hung out there and died.
Wow. So anyway, they could have done better.
I get the idea behind the book, but you should have mixed it more with people, with characters people would be surprised they know had disabilities, and you could have highlighted that.
Yep.
To be fair, these stories could be unique to these characters. I just don't think it's a good crowd of characters they chose.
I don't think it's gonna be unique stories because any superstar talent work of writing stories for these characters. I haven't checked out the description of them. Any notable writers?
Let's see. Oh no, this is no. I can't see.
Yeah. Like, I'm not expecting a Chip Zdarsky to come here and write a story, you know? So
that's also a thing too. Is Marvel doing that thing where these people have to have disabilities to write these characters?
Most likely they are. So
a blind guy's gonna write Daredevil?
Somebody who at least is in that community, I guess, you know? So
you know, it's funny. I bet Daryl's story is gonna be he's gonna use Braille to solve a crime.
That's true. Oh, Alicia, you could have brought her in. That would have
been fun. He could have had a whole situation where the Fast Four couldn't figure out if she had to do it. I think it could have been fun. But look at how Ryan North's been writing her, how helpful she's been like in the last few years.
Oh yeah. Yep. She's not there.
You're missing out, people. Marvel, you should call us before you make these type of books.
Yep. They might pay us $80, but hey, that's still going enough.
I'll take $80. I'll cheat Marvel, please.
Hey, I could use some gas. My tank being filled with gas with that money.
He can buy Pragmata too with that money.
Yep. But anyway,
I'm just trying to find this girl's name. This character name is Silhouette, apparently.
Never heard or seen her in my life.
Wait. So. They're doing Silhouette and Finesse. Finesse is Taskmaster's daughter, the Young Avengers girl. No, the Avengers Academy girl. Avengers Academy.
I'm just trying to remember what her disability is, because I don't know if I will call that disability. It's just that she'll eventually start forgetting things like her dad. Wait, so is that considered a disability?
Well, to be fair, wouldn't that be dementia?
Dementia, yeah. Wait,
like some level of dementia? I guess technically that counts.
Okay. I mean, I'm not the one disability. They gave Hood? Really? What's his?
No, I don't know. I said they didn't say that it had to be a good disability.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
But as well as Daredevil, Misty Knight, Echo, Hawkeye, Silhouette, and Finesse, who just did not make this cover. they're coming together to save Colleen Wing, I guess, from Hobgoblin.
Well, at least you're doing something with Colleen, I guess.
Why did Colleen got the book?
Well,
No, I mean, no. Why is Finesse and Colleen just not in the cover?
They just wanted the superstars in the front, I guess. I mean, hey, I like Finesse, but I gotta be realistic and say that she isn't really a fan favorite.
To be fair, they just brought her back in another comic too, where she's a villain with her dad now.
Not surprised.
It felt like after Daredevil, after the Deadpool Taskmaster Ellie thing, he just went and found his own daughter and said, "Hey, let's be evil together," or some shit.
Oh, okay, that could be a good story to write about. So.
Apparently, she has an antisocial personality disorder and has autism.
Oh, antisocial. Well,
it means what basically means she lacks empathy and struggle with like social interactions.
I do recall that in the comic when I was reading.
Compare that with basically we're forgetting shit too. Yeah, I think she's a bit.
Okay. She fits a requirement audience. I mean, I didn't know antisocial behavior counts as a disability, but I'm not the one who makes these lists. So, all right.
Well, mental disability counts too.
Gotcha. So anyway, do you have any final thoughts before we leave? Before we go to the last topic of the night,
why can you use any other villain? Okay, why had to be one of the goats? Okay, this dude has been struggling to get out of Green Goblin shadow for so long, and this is what you do with him?
Because it's too
he was supposed to be next up after Green Goblin died, and Normal was gone, and this guy was supposed to be next up, and y'all brought him back and fucked his whole thing over.
Is Green Goblin one of the few legacy villains that actually surpassed his original counterpart?
No, because still Norman.
Well, yeah, but wait, Hobgoblin was Norman?
No, I'm saying Hobgoblin wasn't his successor. His successor
no,
was.
No, I'm saying. It's like Hobgoblin came first, right?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, you.
Okay.
Jake,
wait.
You're confused.
If I remember correctly, it was Norman.
Oh, okay.
Then Hobgoblin. It was just for the cartoon. I think Hobgoblin came first.
Okay.
Yeah.
But realistically, I don't think Hobgoblin showed up until after Harry was Green Goblin.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So he was.
But like the mystery of who Hobgoblin was like a big thing that went on for like a long time. It was like a really long time.
Yeah, bro. Sometimes the mystery is always better than the
Dead
answer.
leads. But all right, then, Lawson, I'll move on to the last topic of the night.
Yeah, look at these people off my screen.
Gotcha. This is another you topic.
Why the pictures so bad, bro? Damn, I wish I had a better quality picture.
God damn, what did you
do all four?
To my boy? Yeah, all four.
Okay, go to another one. Go to another one.
Damn, what the fuck, man? I didn't.
Go to another one.
Okay.
Please.
Okay.
Go to another one.
Is that Casey Jones?
Go to another one, I'll tell you. I think the last one's a good quality. Okay, here go the good quality ones. I didn't realize I had two of the same picture. That's my fault.
Gotcha.
This is Infernal Rage in the middle of the Hulk War. If you don't know, Hulk War is not an event book. It's an event and the Hulk book that's coming.
Okay.
So that just means a lot of characters are going to be involved. It's not going to have its own separate book and all the other shit. You don't have to worry about buying a different book.
What are they doing to my boy Cap? What
As
is
you
that?
can see, Hulk has either had somehow infected. Wait, do we have another photo, or did I not do that one?
Let's see. I already showed up all the photos you had.
I gave you the wrong photo. So instead of the first picture, I had one about what he did the feathers for.
To do.
It was like a building. It's fine. I'll just talk about it. As you can see, you don't know, Hulk has been monsterifying people by purpose and by accident. Because this is a monster took Hulk's. Okay, let's see the best way to word this.
Okay, go ahead.
Hulk, if you don't remember, Bruce Banner turns into Hulk, and then this guy got into Hulk and then replaced Bruce Banner. But now Bruce Banner doesn't have Hulk. It's this guy and Hulk, and then you see what he did. He kind of split them down, their body down the middle.
Yeah.
Like that's the best way to say it. There's no Bruce in here. It's just an angry Savage Hulk, and where the fuck you want to call this guy?
A superior Hulk, you could say.
Oh boy.
We're not doing that, bro. They gotta retire that tagline.
I don't know. I understand.
It only works if it's Otto. I hate when they keep making random people say it. I don't need Dr. Doom come out. I'm the superior Reed Richards. Fuck off, bro.
Well, okay, well, he would, but he would be, and he would do that.
We literally saw in the cartoon he couldn't even bag Sue. Okay, when he took Reed's body,
because he wasn't trying hard enough.
he was literally trying, bro. That man saw her and got turned on.
Oh wow, he was about to get canceled. Is what you were telling me, Austin.
And maybe
he was about to pull a Wolverine.
Maybe Susan Storm likes mediocrity. Maybe that's why. How about that? All right, I'm just saying.
At least he was Wolverine who immediately tried to sleep with MJ despite them being minors.
Well, listen, I'm not trying to defend Wolverine. I'm defending my boy Doom. Right?
But as you can see, we saw him affect a lot of regular soldiers and stuff like that. But we get his first look at the affected Avengers or heroes in general. As you can see, I don't know what the fuck he did to Cap.
Yeah. Spitting blood.
You see he's also connected to something. I guess we'll have to see that in the book later. But under him, that pink blob is Iron Man.
Oh, whoa. Okay.
And I don't know what the robot is. I don't know what the robot the brain is.
So this is actually canon and story that's happening in the universe right now.
This happening in the universe next month.
All right. These are one of those stories where I'm like, this kind of breaks the immersion for me that like anybody would go back to being a superhero without taking some form of break. I'm just saying, that's just me.
Hey, they take breaks. It's called off screen, okay?
No, okay. I would just like a story. I was like, damn, in my 100 years condensed into 7 of me being a superhero, I've never gone through shit like that. I might need to just retire for a minute.
If people don't recognize the guy, the spider thing in the back is obviously Spider-Man.
The heartbeat.
The bird thing is Carol.
Oh, I thought that was Mockingbird.
No, that's Carol. You can see by the wings. You see her colors come through.
Dude,
I don't know what the robot the brain is.
MODOK maybe? I don't know.
No. It was definitely it's a hero.
Okay.
I can't remember a hero with psionic powers, especially a woman.
Man, I'm just looking at Captain America, man. Dude, he's crucified, man. Dude, he has those skulls pierced right through his hands. Like,
he died on the cross for your freedom.
I wonder what he's on, bro. And he got stabbed through the chest.
He paid for our sins so our people can be free, audience.
Well, Stan knew one about this Hulk. He knew what the threats were. He said, I got to take care of these people immediately. Okay. They got, if I'm going to do my event, they got to go.
You didn't do with Miles. Where's Miles?
We ain't worried about him. Go back a picture.
What's it? Right there.
Yeah, this is a better looking Iron Man. Y'all see what they did to your boy.
No longer needs iron, audience. No longer needs iron. Wow.
I'm pretty sure he mutated right through that new armor he was fighting with, which is why he looks like this. This is sad, bro. This reminds me of that X-Men event we just got done with. We were looking at Franklin and stuff.
Ooh, that's the inspiration, apparently.
Go back to another picture.
Do-do.
Yeah, here you go. Better look at the Spider-Man thing. As you can tell, he is stuck in the bottom of that giant spider, helplessly. And then mutate out of his like nuts.
Dude, that looks like something those Smile Fruit users would eat in One Piece, man. Those bizarre ones. Like,
I don't lie.
Go ahead.
Oh no! I know what you're talking about. People don't know the Smile devil fruits are fake devil fruits with huge consequences. But Cryptid, look at Spider-Man's face, bro. I'm not gonna lie. This is the moment, Jake. I think the S rates in Marvel went up dramatically that day. Seeing heroes like this, I don't think I personally would live in a world where my heroes were like this.
Dude,
I definitely would think that we didn't see them fight a whole lot of stuff. I definitely think it's the end of time.
You know, like I'm glad Marvel's like, you know, if you got a good story to tell, I'm like, if I'm in a shirt, you know, bro, this is not like I don't know, bro. This is a lot, bro.
It's not even just them. I don't have the picture, but it happened to the fans 4 as well. We saw Hulk. We saw a thing reduced to a whole pile of rubble. Reed is a big like Iron Man is a big thing of stretched out mass
Oh
bubbling
boy.
and shit. Soon
Okay.
as he's stuck in some like invisible like some dragon bullshit or something. I don't fucking know.
Okay.
And Johnny, the building's on fire, so I assume he's in the building.
I will turn a dragon at that point, but oh well.
See, it looks like a if she made her construct into a dragon.
Oh, okay.
Like it's not like we didn't like get a good up close picture with her them like we did with this. I don't know if that's something she's actively doing or that is how she looks or something. But like I said, I was okay with everything. So I saw the Spider-Man pair. Like, oh, this is terrifying. And not even he's a giant spider, but the fact that he's dangling help, like you can see it burst out his like stomach area. He just stuck to the bottom of it as it controls the delivery. That's terrifying. Not even terrifying to see, it's terrifying to be in.
Yeah, that's you put that guy out of his misery if you see him like that, audience, you know. So.
I'll tell you, the S rates went up. I'm telling you that right now because I can tell you now, we're all here, and this happened. Oh, I guess it's the end times. Okay, I seen them fight Thanos. I seen them fight gods and stuff. I ain't never seen this. This is it for me.
Yeah.
Maybe the universe worth living in, from my point of view.
Yeah. Oof, we'll see what happens.
At the very least, we gotta move out of New York, y'all. We gotta go to like Atlanta or something. They ain't doing shit there.
Right.
That's true. But yeah, gonna be something to look forward to.
Also, to show people I'm there. After this, Hulk gotta die. All right.
No. It's not Bruce. They know where Bruce is. They talking to Bruce. They know.
No. I understand that. Hulk gotta go. If you're a Hulk, you gotta go. That's it. We did Planet Hulk.
This is also
we did not Planet Hulk. We did World War Hulk, and we did this. It's over. Yeah, that was your two chances.
You gotta think about it too. You gotta remember because the way this is going, this happens like right after they just had to fight Red Hulk and all the other shit too.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's like I said this for the mutants, and now I'm putting a stamp on Hulk too. He gotta go. It's over. You're telling me
the ultimate way to where even Cap might put a hand on Hulk's shoulder, bro. Look, we gotta see your way.
Right.
Yeah.
Look, bro. The playing we're seeing to is fine. If you just let yourself go there, you'll live a happy life. We saw the what if.
Right.
All right.
This
ain't worth it, bro. I need you to leave.
We're just not compatible. You and this world are just not compatible. All right. We'll figure it out. And anybody researching Gamma also got to go too. We're cutting that off.
Your cousin, she's going with you. I'll go find Samuel Stearns. He's going with you.
Right.
That therapist talked to Miles one time. She's going with you.
Gamma is banned, and if you're studying it, we will execute you on the spot. That is it. That's all. Okay.
But I will say this: I admire their commitment to body horror because. Saying to what about this book, it's been very beautifully drawn. And I really enjoy how far he's willing to go with these designs and stuff. Like, I might not ever look at this Spider-Man picture with any type of good memory or anything, but I'll be like, oh no, we've seen a great, horrible Spider-Man design before. I think it's better than, like, Spiders, man.
And you wonder why the studio has cold feet on giving us a grotesque man.
That's not the same. This is not the same. This is too much.
That's literally the definition of a man and spider. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure if I'm even a fan of it. Even if it was an else, I think like it's more like because I had this issue with the Absolute Universe, and it's carrying over here. Mainly Absolute Universe. It's like if you look at the direction a lot of people want to go is like, and a lot of fans. I'm not digging on you, Austin. I'm saying a lot of people seem to just be like, it's extra, it's over the top. Look how crazy this is. It's like kind of like in the '90s where they're like, muscular means better, more.
No. I don't like it for the Absolute. I just think because that's what the monsters in Hulk has been shown to look like.
Right.
I think it makes sense that if this event and that's what they look like.
I know. I'm just saying I don't like this trend. And
I don't like doing it for the sake of doing it. I don't need to be like, oh, I'm about to reinvent your character. Here go big buff dragon man. Like what the fuck?
And I understand this is temporary. I'm just saying, like, I'm noticing a trend where it's like, wow, okay, fans really seem to respond when we do like the gross out shit. So let's just do more of that. I'm like, at some point, it's just gonna get like too much. I already think it's already.
I will say this though, at least the Spider one makes more sense than like why Iron Man like that.
Right. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Why is Carol a harpy, bro?
Because
Like,
Yeah.
What I just because I already said but I always bring up a point that I'm joking, but I'm serious. Like if you're a superhero and you go through that, you are not putting on that costume, maybe ever, if at all.
yeah. I see. This is why I only wish this on mutants.
Right. And then an absolute Batman is like
Chris, there's like there's millions of them. I'm sure some of them can go through this and be fine.
I think absolute Batman also has this thing too, where I don't know, every time I see people talk like, look how horribly ugly this villain looks. I'm like, okay.
I will say they did tone it down as when they did pick one of them. And
Yeah,
even Scarecrow now.
I'm just so sick of
their Joker and Croc was crazy.
I'm just so sick of we gotta make it grosser, but look how gross I made this. Isn't that cool? I guess, but if this is an actual universe, I gotta be thinking about consequences and stuff like that.
As long as you have a reason, I think it's fine. That being made by Darkseid, of course, is gonna make it horrifying. Right. But I don't think that stuff should make it to the main universe.
Right.
And that's why I'm glad this isn't a actual event book and it's just the Hulk thing. So you don't have to see this. It's not mandatory read.
Okay.
You don't have to do it compared to the old absolute stuff.
Mm-hmm. At least they're learning their lesson there, So, all right. It looks like a book to look forward to, So, all right, guys. Any final thoughts before we end the night?
I can't believe we almost cut the Resident Evil topic.
Yeah. Can't believe we made it to the 2.5 hour mark, but here we are.
No, we always do. I'm always impressed.
And I can't believe we had 2 topics.
Well, the time that you weren't here, we did make it, and that's what he said.
Well, you know what? I like ruining
it's your random reviews that fix it all the way to 2 o'clock.
I like ruining a good time. What can I say?
Yeah. Alrighty, audience. Thank you for joining us, and tune in tomorrow for when we talk about the comic reviews of the week. All right.
Yeah.
We'll be